right, testing. Welcome to the live stream. Please confirm if you can hear me quickly. I had a few technical difficulties with my mic, but we seem to be moving now. We've got a hot live stream, so please confirm for me in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. No time to waste. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I see that the stream is running. Everything looks good. Let's go. Digital Flyer CBT, I see you. Let's go. I shot in the building. Congratulations on your trading. You've been doing really well. Absolutely love it. Yushan is here. Beautiful stuff. Let's see if we can get something a little bit nicer on the comments. I like that. Beautiful. All right, Ika's in the building. Let's go, Mr. Jacques. What a week of trading. Yeah, I hope we've all been touching some grass. Absolutely lovely to see everybody here, and thank you everybody for being here. Please confirm in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. You know what I'm gonna do, let me try take these off and see if you can still hear me. One sec. Testing 1 2 1 2. Can you still hear my voice loud and clear? Let's go. No time to waste. Please confirm in the chat if my voice is loud enough. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let's get it. I see Gencard. Beautiful stuff. I see Amana. Welcome. AJ's here. Beautiful. Lekker my boot. Murray, let's go, brother. AJ's on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, please do come through to the YouTube and smash that like button. Let's go. We're going to do a little bit of a different giveaway today, but I think it's going to be great. So I'll explain that shortly. And yeah, we're going to get into the Bybit hack that happened. We're going to discuss what happened and how it was handled. Absolutely beautiful to see, actually really positive outcomes to quite a horrible event. And of course we're going to go into the TA on Bitcoin. Alright, is the voice not that loud? Okay, you know what, I might look a bit funny, but let's throw these headphones back on. Seems to be messing with my green screen a bit, but that's all good. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Can you now hear me loud and clear? And let's bring on a little bit of a background track. You should now be hearing some background music. Please let me know if you can hear, if it's too loud, how the volume levels are doing. Yeah, let's get into it. There is no time to waste. I hope you use toothpaste when you brush your teeth this morning. Alright, Mira-san, now it's better. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the Bybit hack. I'm sure everybody is well aware of what happened. Absolutely crazy stuff. It's the biggest hack that any financial industry has ever seen. Absolutely nuts. And basically, if you really want to know the full details, please do head to my Twitter and have a look at the very detailed tweet that I did drop. But basically, Mr. Benzu was doing a very regular transfer from a cold wallet to a warm wallet, as he does every 2 to 3 weeks. Everything looked secure. The hackers had some very advanced way of actually altering the logic inside the safe framework, which is absolutely next level brand new tech that they have created. Alright, music is too loud. Let me turn it down a little bit. And yeah, awesome stuff. We can actually see that the hackers managed to compromise $1.5 billion. This is the largest crypto hack that has ever taken place. It's also the largest financial hack that has ever taken place. Behind it was 600 million, so it has more than doubled. Still too loud. Alright, let me know if the music is good now. And is my voice coming through on this mic? Let me know. And actually just amazing stuff. We can see that basically a lot of money was compromised in the multi-sig. So basically 4 different computers were compromised. The UI was compromised and mirrored. The signatures were masked. How is the music still too loud? That's crazy. Alright, let me know. It's much softer than usual. Is my voice much softer than usual? Alright, let's get this sorted out. If I tap the mic, does it make a noise? Is this the mic that's working? How about if I stop the music? Can you hear me loud and clear? Am I nice and clear on the mic? Let's get this sorted out. Are you hearing my voice loud and clear? I hope it's not coming through on my laptop mic. Welcome, blah blah. Let's go. Alright, Jess, thank you so much. Mic is on a weird setting. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me quickly see if I can switch to this other mic because that would be ideal. Thank you everybody for being here. Please give me a second. I was just having trouble getting through to this mic, but let's see. 1 second. Is it all good now? Testing. Sorry for the technical difficulties. It does happen every now and then. Testing. Let me know if the audio is clear enough for us to move forward. One second, I'm just trying to connect this other mic. Are you sure it's good? Are you sure it's good enough? I'm gonna just try one more time to connect this beautiful mic. Thank you for bearing with me. One second. I see everybody's hopping on, so that's cool. Very strange. It's picking it up as headphones, but not as a mic. Audio is clear, just soft. Clear, just soft. Okay. Alright, 1 second. Alright, testing. Confirm for me if it is audible enough. I see it doesn't look very loud. How about now? Is it better? Testing. Alright, give me one more confirmation. It should be better now. I did increase the volume on this mic. Let's roll with this mic for now. Technical difficulties do happen, and we roll with the punches. Let me know one more time if it is loud enough. Alright, that's better. Very nice. Okay, let me bring the music back. And let's just start again. Let's just start again. I will remove that from the final recording on the recap. But thank you so much, everybody, for joining. So much appreciated. And welcome to the stream. All right, so let's keep going. Let's start again. Let me know how you feel about the hack, what your experience was. Basically, for those of you who don't know, Bybit was hacked for $1.5 billion from one of their Ethereum cold wallets. It is the biggest hack which has ever taken place in financial and crypto history. It has doubled the last biggest hack that ever happened in crypto, which was $600 million. And actually, it has turned into a very positive experience because no platform has ever handled a hack with this much grace and dignity that Bybit was able to handle it with. So if you do want to find out more information on the hack, please come to my very detailed tweet, which outlines everything that Bybit, basically that Ben outlined when he was able to go live. And I mean, what an amazing man to be able to go through something so devastating, all live in front of his followers, all of his users, and for the platform to actually not stop withdrawals was absolutely amazing. Any other exchange that had have gone through something like this, of course, they would have actually halted their withdrawals. Bybit was actually able to keep all withdrawals going, and this was absolutely amazing. Of course, withdrawals were a little bit delayed, but they did still run, and they were all cleared. There was 350,000 withdrawals that needed to be processed instantly, and it's absolutely amazing. Almost 100% of them were completed within a few hours of the hack, and it just shows the mic is loud. Okay, no, now the mic is loud, I think. But yeah, absolutely amazing. I mean, we see now the resilience not only of Bybit, and you know, they stole 1.5 billion. Bybit's reserves, we now know, are $20 billion, which are on the side to actually, you know, cover any kind of loss like this. And I mean, absolutely amazing. The industry leaders helping out. We see everybody across the board, even all of the other centralized exchanges which are actually competitors to Bybit, all stepped forward to send money to Bybit instantly to help with the withdrawals, and actually it was not even needed. So thank you for everyone who actually didn't withdraw, and to everyone who has been spreading the positive words about Bybit. Absolutely amazing to see. I mean, first of all, Ben going live right after something so intense to actually show, of course, as usual, his level of transparency and, you know what, just straight up dignity. And then again, the resilience of Bybit, as well as the solidarity of the entire crypto industry stepping forward. Not only the SEXs, the centralized exchanges, stepping forward to send Ethereum to Bybit to help with Ethereum withdrawals, but also investors. And within 12 hours, 4 billion had been sent to Bybit, even though they were refusing these payments. This just shows that is, you know, more than double what Bybit needed if Bybit didn't have the reserves. But anyway, Bybit had the reserves, and you know what, the whole time I was thinking, yes, this is something bad that can happen, but you know what, it can't get much worse than this. A major learning for Bybit was to diversify their cold wallets so that if any of them get drained, it won't be such a big deal. There will be smaller cold wallets for now. And yeah, Ben took total responsibility, which I thought was very, very admirable. He said he did not check the final code completely on the ledger when he was doing the final signature. It all looked normal. It's a very routine thing for them, but now they're going to diversify, so there are actually smaller amounts in those transactions. And yeah, absolutely amazing. We can see Bybit's response just really setting a new standard. Absolutely amazing. Setting an absolute new standard for this kind of event. And you know what, in crypto, in any kind of new technological atmosphere, there will be these kind of events. And actually these kind of sort of black swan events, you know, everyone said, oh, there was an altcoin season coming and then the Bybit hack ended it. These are just giving us more opportunities, more time to invest before altcoin runs. etc., and actually just shows us we're with the best exchange, because so many of my VIPs, my one VIP, he has over $15 million on the platform, and he said to me personally that if any other exchange had have gone through this kind of a situation, they would have halted withdrawals. He also said that if any bank experienced this kind of bank run, which is where everybody is withdrawing at the same time, the bank would have actually gone under and have to declare bankruptcy. And yeah, Ben was just so transparent, and it's been awesome. So let me know what your experience was, if you did freak out and try to withdraw, or if you had the faith in Bybit like I did. Obviously, I have an absolute shit ton of money on the platform, but you know what? We keep strong, and we trust that Bybit, of course, is prepared for these kinds of situations. And now we see some really fun stuff happening. The Bybit Recovery Bounty Program for 10% of the stolen funds. If you can find those hackers, recover the stolen funds, you will get 10% of $1.5 billion. Absolutely awesome. So all you have to do is contact them at the Bybit Bounty Program. And of course, there are already over 100 recovery organizations who are part of the bounty program now, trying to bring down those hackers. And apparently the Tether CEO, the CEO of USDT, has actually frozen a few transactions that he thought might be fishy. And a lot of people are saying, you know what, this isn't actually going to be bearish, this is going to be bullish, because there are so many eyes on this that the hacker can actually not even do anything with that money. All he can do is hold that Ethereum and not even sell it. All right, so when it comes to the effect on the charts, let's just have a look actually at what happened during this time. Of course, we can see we did experience a dump. All right, so let's just take it slow. Basically, before the hack, we were experiencing a breakout of the 4-hour channel on Bitcoin, and this was awesome. This was actually directly according to the TA that we had done in the previous week, and we saw that basically Bitcoin was consolidating downwards within this 4-hour channel, and then we were seeing some beautiful sidewards consolidation towards a very nice breakout. We actually received that breakout with momentum from the median line, and this was a very nice trade. A lot of us were actually eyeing this trade from the median line, and that was a beautiful 5% on spot. Very, very nice to see. And then the TA did in fact play out very nicely. We can see a lot of us were eyeing that 98,000 line, and congratulations, Chris, Bitcoin Advisors. This was your level for the short. So if you are watching, I know it is roundabout probably 6 a.m. for you in Los Angeles right now, but congratulations on your short trade. I know you were setting some limit orders for that level, and well done. Now we can actually see that, yes, the Bitcoin charts dumped on this hack. Everybody got a little bit scared, and people actually ended up selling some crypto, but it actually was completely in line with the charts. We can see exactly where the support level had actually now been flipped into resistance, and this was a very textbook retest of the resistance to the downside, giving us a little bit of a push to the downside and showing us that the bulls need to do some work to bring price back up. I am shortly going to be doing a beginner tutorial on support and resistance. I know a lot of the time I keep it a little bit too big brain on these streams, and we do have a lot of newbies in the chat, so please let me know in the chat right now, how long have you been trading? It is yeah, it helps me a lot to understand exactly the experience level of everybody in the chat. And before we get into major TA, let me just talk about the 2 giveaways that we're going to do today. We're going to do something slightly differently. There are going to be 2 different giveaways, and they are going to be happening in my trading academy. So please, everybody, if you're not there yet, if you don't have Telegram yet, get with the PG That's program. It's easy. Here is the link to my Jordan Crypt Trading Academy on Telegram. This is where the action goes down. And you know what? When we make a good trade, we got to flex sometime. Here we can see, oh, the beautiful signal that was dropped on Solana's swing trade idea. Oh no, that's the SSV. I'll have to show you in the Trading Academy. Give me 1 second. 1 second, 1 second. Alrighty. to see when our TA is becoming so strong as a community. Alright, so here it is. Here you can see the Solana swing trade idea that was dropped on February 18th. Absolutely awesome. So thank you to everybody who has been taking these trades with us. Very, very cool. And here we can see, obviously, risk manage at all times. Please, if you are going to take my signals, please be aware that risk management is essential. You can, of course, wreck your portfolio. We have seen some stop losses being hit in the Black Swan event of the Bybit hack, and this is why we use risk management. I hope if anyone was burnt during the hack dump, you have learned your lesson, and please get involved in the Trading Academy for beautiful, beautiful signals like this. And of course, we can see playing out to beautiful take profit targets. I did take a major amount of profits at this level, and we can see a beautiful move from 168 all the way up to 180 with very much. There was zero drawdown pretty much. There was under 2% drawdown. Absolutely awesome. Let me know if anybody took that trade in the chat. Did anybody take my Solana trade and manage to make some profits? I know, I think Amana was taking it. Aiko was taking it. Let me know. Alright, Anna, Bybit's hack didn't affect me. Only found out of the hack hours later. It didn't withdraw anything. The Bybit crypto card working fine. Everything is fine. Had no issues. So how amazing. Right, it just goes to show that Bybit is once again the world's most secure exchange, and that any testing, 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 testing. Testing, 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 testing. Testing, testing, testing. Please let me know if you can hear me. Please let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Testing. Can you hear me now? Can you continuously hear me now? Testing, testing. Please give me more confirmations on my voice. Is my voice still audible? Is my voice still audible? Testing, testing. 1, 2. I'm dropping flavor. My behavior is hereditary, but my technique is very necessary. Blame it on Ice Cube. Cause they said it gets funky when you got a subject and a predicate. Are you frying? Alright, right. Let me just present my screen again. Some say no, some say yes. What's happening? Can you hear me? Some background sound audible. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not sure if it's this mic. Stop with the rapping. Oh, I just need to get the audio correct. Is it clear enough to actually hear me? Can you hear me clear enough? Can you hear me clear enough? Can you hear me clear enough? Sharksmith says yes. If I tap this mic, does it make a noise? Is it this mic working? Audio is good, there's just a white noise. Oh my gosh, white noise. Sounds like laptop mic. Oh no, we can't be using laptop mic here. We need to sort it out so that we can get the recordings for the tutorials. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, how about now? How about now? Is it working? Is it working? Without a background noise. It should be working now. Testing, testing, testing. Alright, let's stop the music for now. Let's just sort this out. Testing, testing, testing. Can you hear my voice loud and clear? Very clear. Alright, sorted. Trish, lovely to see you. What is up? Everybody, welcome Trish. And please, to the ladies, just let Trish know that yes, this is often a male-dominated atmosphere. But you know what? We have so many women in our community and we love them. We lift them up and they actually keep us going because they are far better traders than the men. They do not fall prey to their ego. They are humble and actually they kill it on the charts. So everybody, welcome Trish. She's a dear, dear friend of mine. A mother and just an exceptionally beautiful spiritual individual. And first time on my stream, thank you so much. And Trish, please do us a favor, come from Twitter to the YouTube because we actually do want to push for a goal on the YouTube of likes so that we can hit our giveaway. And you know what? I'm going to make it a little bit easier for everyone today. So I'm going to do, if we can just hit 25 likes, or let's make it 30 because I see we're already at 20. So if we can hit 30 likes, we are going to do 2 giveaways. Right? And let me just explain the giveaways here, right? You have to be in my trading academy. You have to be under my Bybit link and trading there. That is all that you need to do. And then throughout this live stream, I am going to give away a password. right? So we're leveling up, and thank you, Mr. Blaze, for helping me out with these beautiful, beautiful methods of actually becoming a little bit more efficient as a community. All right, thank you so much, everybody, for being here. All right, so let's get one more confirmation on my voice. Is there still a background noise? I'm definitely not frying anything, but I do not want a background noise. Aishat, please confirm, is there a background noise right now? I have to figure out this mic, especially before we do the tutorials. Alright, so let me at least... find out. So let me know in the chat, is there background noise right now? We have to sort this out. And I see there are far more viewers on Twitter. So if you are on Twitter, please come through to the YouTube. Much, much appreciated. Sounds like your condenser mic is working. All right, cool. No background noise. Thank you, Jess. Always looking out for the crew, even on a Sunday. Beautiful stuff. And shout out to the woman. Let me just say thank you so much. I know men are full of shit, and we are so assertive and dominant, and actually we just need to be put in our place. So just don't be scared to come in here and put the men in their place, because you know what? We actually need it. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for dealing with our technical difficulties today. I will actually edit this out, all of our technical difficulties out of the final recording when I do the chapters, so you can actually recap nice and easily. I am going to have to run to the little girl's room. I have been drinking a lot of liquids today, as is good for our psychology. Remember, we cannot live without liquids, and dehydration can actually kill your trading profits. All right, so let me just explain this. Basically, I'm going to be giving away a password bit by bit throughout the stream. I'm going to give it letter by letter at the end of the stream, a few minutes after the stream. I already have the image for the giveaway, the QR code. I will be dropping it into my Trading Academy. All you need to do is click on that QR code, scan that QR code, go to the link, and you will need to enter the password, right? This is a test for this kind of giveaway that we are going to do today. So right now, I will give the first letter. Let me just say, do not drop the password into the chat, okay? Because you're only limiting your chance at getting part of the giveaway. But right now, I'm going to drop the first letter into the chat, and the first letter is S. That is the first part of the giveaway. The second giveaway is going to happen in the comments of my latest tutorial, right? So the funniest comment that is dropped in the next, let's say, 12 hours. You have 12 hours to think of a funny comment, and the funniest comment that is dropped on my previous tutorial will get the next giveaway. So please do drop a comment. I'm going to drop the link right now. I know a lot of you have already dropped comments, and they are beautiful comments, so thank you so much to everybody. Basically, it is my Fibonacci tutorial, and the response has been absolutely awesome. Yes, it's an S. The first letter is an S. And you know what? It's a string of code. It's not even a word, so I'm not making it easy. But here we go. If you drop basically the funniest comment, I'm going to do a personal giveaway, the funniest comment to my previous tutorial. We also have the CVD tutorial coming on Monday, and sure, we have the parabolic SAR tutorial coming on Wednesday. We will also then, from this stream throughout the next week, be dropping the DCA bot tutorial, which I'm going to do, as well as the beginner support and resistance tutorial that I'm going to do today. So we are upping our game. We're keeping it hot throughout the week, and I've got a lot of amazing feedback on the previous tutorial that I've dropped, and yeah, absolute great reach. So we're going to keep going. All right, no further ado. I'm going to get into a little bit of TA on Bitcoin. I do need to run to the little girls' room, but I know it has just been technical difficulty for a while now. So let's get straight into it. And I am going to be running more live streams during the week, next week. So make sure that you do actually set your alerts on the YouTube channel so that when I go live at random times during the week, I will try to drop in my Trading Academy before I go live, but I'm going to try do pretty much a daily TA, 10 to 20 to 30 minutes of daily technical analysis on Bitcoin. Of course, the charts are changing from day to day, and the best trades that we get are if we are doing, of course, monthly, weekly, top-down analysis on the weekend, and throughout the week, we're actually zooming in on price action daily. Most of you know that I am charting on a daily basis, and now I'm going to be doing that live in front of the crew, so please do make sure that you are setting your alerts on the YouTube channel. And thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Please do smash the like button, because as long as we get 20, let's say 30 likes, as long as we get 30 likes, I will be doing the giveaway. And then another giveaway, of course, for the funniest comments on my tutorial. Okay, so for the beginners, the way that we do our due diligence on the crypto charts is something called top-down analysis. Let me know if you want some beats, or should we just keep it hard working today? I will drop a little bit of a light beat. I think it's always nice to give us a bit of momentum. If you say my voice is loud and clear coming through my condenser mic, then we are all good to have at least a little bit of a beat while we're doing TA. When I'm doing the tutorials, I will stop the beat so that we can keep the focus hot. And please do keep the chat hot. Thank you so much for the confirmations here. And something very exciting coming this week from Digital Flyer CBT, so we will be talking about that shortly. Oh, Gibson in the building. Right, if you are in the chat, please drop us a message. Let's go. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Lovely to have you all. If you're watching, drop us a message. Please don't be a lurker in the chat, right? And Fuji, I'm sorry about my rapping skills. I know they're terrible, but we'll get there one day, right? We'll get there one day. Alright, make sure you drop the comment. Let's go. So the first thing we look at when we come to a monthly time frame is, of course, our candle reading. And candle reading is kind of a consistent journey. Please let me know if the music's too loud. Let's just get this right. But candle reading is basically a way to read the charts as a language, right? We can see, of course, the first thing we see in candle reading are the wicks, and we can see that this is a Thor's hammer pattern which caused a massive uptrend. We see the bearish engulfing. We also see the dark cloud cover. Once you become a candle reader, the charts open up into an actual story. Through the candle reading language, we can see the shooting star for the downtrend. They are absolutely everywhere. We see the Harami pattern for the uptrend, and you know what? Oh, Harami pattern continuation. They are absolutely everywhere. Thor's hammer continuation, Thor's hammer start of an uptrend. Absolutely everything everywhere. And the best resource for this is, of course, Bybit Learn. So if you are... Music very loud. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's just stop the music for now. Let's focus on the charts for today. Thank you, Ika. Much appreciated. Let's just focus on getting some work done. We've been wasting so much time on these technical difficulties. All right, so for those of you who are not aware of candle reading, of course, this will be a little bit difficult, but please go to Bybit Learn and just start on the absolute beginner candle reading paragraphs, the different articles. And I know a lot of my beginners, I've sent you those links, so make sure you go through them. And what we can see is that on the monthly, candle reading is actually at a very interesting stage. Of course, we are getting this shooting star at this resistance, which in essence could be two things, right? It could be an inverted hammer at the support. It could also be the shooting star at resistance. So for me, this is very much an indecisive candle. And of course, I think I would see that as another indecisive doji. And this, we have been talking about the hammer. This for me is not looking enough like a hammer because we are not getting a long enough wick on Thor's hammer here. And it seems like the body is too big. So once again, an indecisive candle. This to me does look like a god candle. We call it a god candle. Very large body compared to two small wicks on either side, and this of course can result in a continuation upwards. Now we are getting three indecisive candle readings one after another, and we just have to wait and see. We can see there are another 5 days in the current candle to see how that plays out. I want to do a little bit more on the candle reading right now before we move to the weekly. I see the funny comments starting to come through. Oh, don't even get me started on Pi Network. All right, we'll have a chat about Pi Network. I have had a lot of stuff to say about Pi Network for a long time. Their white paper does not make me happy, and I do agree with Ben in what he has actually said about it. But anyway, let's keep into the work right now. We'll talk about altcoins a little bit later. Okay, so most of you know that one of my major first starting indicators is of course the fixed range volume profile. Even on these larger time frames, we want to know what is the volume range on our current range, and we can see on the monthly time frame that the 42,000 POC is calling. We can also see that the 71,000 value area high is calling. This is the value area high of our range where we look for our shorts, and this is just something to keep you a little bit more realistic, that we could even come down into the 30s for a nice sweep of that liquidity. And there are a few things which are adding to this, which is just to keep you realistic. Alright, the first thing is of course there are two scene of the crimes that we can see very nicely on this chart. I will be doing the support and resistance tutorial very shortly, but basically most of the time to actually confirm support or resistance, you want to see that that level that has been broken is claimed. Here we can see resistance that was broken and it was claimed. Here we can see support that was broken and it was claimed with the retest. This is healthy, and if it is not done like that, it creates a kind of imbalance on our charts. I am going to go a little bit deeper into this shortly. And here we can see a resistance level that was broken by price, and it was not claimed with the retest with volume. This is known as the scene of the crime, and this basically leaves a whole lot of orders from institutional traders sitting down at this level. So please be aware there on a very realistic basis on the monthly time frame that in a black swan, in a bear market event, we could easily come back down to the 30,000 level. Of course, we do have our all-time high resistance right here, which is giving us some resistance from the previous bull flag. And then another little bit of a dangerous level is, of course, this resistance established right here, broken here, but not properly retested, which is giving us our major scene of the crime down at 72,000. So please be aware of those two major levels here on the monthly. And of course, what we also need to do on each time frame is our Fibonacci levels. Please do watch my Fibonacci tutorial if you aren't aware of these two indicators. And luckily now I can say, go watch my Fibonacci tutorial. I do not need to explain everything right now. And after the tutorial, most of you should know how to use the Fibonacci retracement as well as the extension. And we can see here on the monthly time frame, the Fibonacci retracement, of course, gave us our beautiful golden pocket entry for the long, which then played out into our Fibonacci extension, which are the 3 points of the bottom of the trend to the top of the trend to the golden pocket actual pivot. And here we can see our Fibonacci levels are, of course, dominating the charts, and these take profits playing out absolutely to the dollar. And here we can see one little bit of bullish information showing us that we could still reach our final price target on that Fibonacci extension all the way up at $165,000. Alright, so Fibonacci is very nice and simple on these monthly time frames, so it's a nice place to learn Fibonacci, play around with the indicator if you are not super aware of how to use it. Alright, let's go. Basically, top down is starting with our largest time frames and moving our way down those time frames so that we can zoom in with a much larger perspective right? So that our bias is correct. Let me know if everything is still loud and clear in the chat and if everybody is following. I know for the advanced traders, this can sometimes be a little bit boring, but there are a lot of newbies in my chat, so I am starting to take it slow. The community is having an influx of new users, and of course, we have to lift them up. And you know what? It's never a bad thing for us to actually do this larger time frame analysis. What I'm seeing on the chart here is obviously also one major line on our charts, which we can see the Bitcoin price is snaking on. Is everything still clear and live? I see the chat is very quiet. Please let me know if everything is still clear. And as we can see, we are snaking on this one line, and it looks like the upwards trajectory of our entire previous bull and bear market cycles, and this is something to keep our eyes on. And a nice way to look at this is basically to see when we are under this level as a buying opportunity and when we are above this level as a sale opportunity. Very, very interesting. And of course, support and resistance playing out very, very nicely. Boom, broken, tested. Very, very cool, and I'm excited for the beginner tutorial. I have been enjoying doing the beginner tutorials. As I say, through doing the easy stuff as a pro, you do tend to learn and actually solidify your own methodologies. All right, I see at least Ike is alive. Thank you so much, Ike. Pioneer from 2021. Yeah, we'll talk about Pi. Not my favorite coin, to be honest. I do think there's something a little bit dodgy going on there, especially when it comes to the white paper. Alright, is everyone still alive? Please let's push for those 30 likes. Alright, so let me actually edit this. Giveaway activates at 30 likes. Let's go. Alright, and let me now actually, for those who are so diligent in the chat like Ike, I absolutely love it. For now, let me drop the next letter in the code, in the password for the giveaway. And Ike, you're on your way to getting this giveaway. The next letter is Y, so please take note. First letter has been dropped. Now second letter has been dropped. And thank you everybody for being here. So awesome. Thank you for sticking with me on a Sunday. And yeah, excited to work through the week this week with some shorter sessions. All right, so let's head to the weekly time frame for our weekly time frame analysis. And here, of course, we can see a lot more that we can do when it comes to candle reading. I do not like this color. Yeah, that's better. Alright, so keep the chat hot. I see, Ike, you just really deserve a bonus. You really deserve a giveaway for being here. Thank you so much for keeping the chat hot. And of course, please do invite your friends, invite your family, smash those likes. As soon as we get 30, it will activate. And I hope everyone is aware you have to drop a comment on my previous video, which is this video. The funniest comment will be getting a giveaway from me. I will announce that in my Trading Academy. I think let's do it before 12 a.m. tonight. Alright, let me know if you still are alive in the chat. I like to keep this as a conversation. And you know what? Let's just zoom in on these candles so we can actually see what's going on here when it comes to candle reading in our micro range. Alright, so candle reading is playing out here really nicely. We can actually see that the candles are giving us nice signals. We can see the hammers are giving us the continuation right at the top. Even in the FOMO, we have 3 hammers in a row, which told us that price is continuing to what we call basically this blow off top that we experienced at our first all-time high around 108,000. We then got a bearish engulfing candle, which caused more of a downtrend, and here we can see the inverted hammer. We do need to, I think, at some point do a hammer tutorial because it can get a little bit confusing. But basically, the hammer is a bullish pattern. And even the inverted hammer, even an upside down hammer, as long as it is at support, is a bullish pattern. Do not confuse it with the shooting star pattern, right? Or the gravestone pattern. because those are indeed bearish patterns. But an inverted hammer at support is bullish. The same pattern at resistance is a shooting star, which is bearish. And here we can see candle patterns playing out absolutely beautifully. The inverted bullish hammer up to the bearish shooting star, which sent us down with a bearish engulfing, which caused a further continuation. Now we can see the doji candle, and don't stress if this sounds like hieroglyphics to you. It sounded like that to us all at the start. I have been learning candle reading now for many years, and you know what, it does really help you to level up as a pro 100%. So please do start to actually learn to candle read. It is absolutely essential to getting your ultimate entries. Alright, so now we can see on a very simple level, it's very straightforward. We have received an indecisive doji, and now it seems like in the next 12 hours, another doji will confirm. This one right here currently is what we call a doji cross, and this, of course, is your classic long-legged doji pattern, which, of course, is establishing a range for us. It is also showing us extreme indecision in the market. This means that both buyers and sellers are confused, and just please beware. Very often the doji patterns, oh, look at this long-legged doji creating a beautiful trading range for us. Very often multiple dojis will result in a slow decline, so please be ready for us to come down and tap that crucial support level around 92,000, once again, where we are getting most of our wicks. And you know what? Since the last long-legged doji on the daily time frame, we do not ignore these long-legged doji patterns. Basically, what it is doing is it is creating a range for us, and I will tell you now that it is extremely likely that we test both of these top and bottoms of this current range. Very likely that we either come down to sweep the liquidity around 90,000 and then up to the top of the range created by this long-legged doji up around 102,000. Seeing this as it has happened many times before, it is looking extremely likely. We have watched these long-legged dojis play out many times before, so please be aware of this long-legged doji pattern, and of course trade the range till it breaks. Right now we will be looking for the longs around this level. We will be looking for the shorts around this level. But of course, only according to our trading plan, which uses the Fu Manchu Market Cipher B. I am doing a tutorial on the Fu Manchu Market Cipher B. We will be nailing that soon. I have so much strategy that I've been teaching to my pro students, which is causing so much profits. So I'm very excited to bring those strategies to the crew. We've actually been going one step further into the money flow, into the VWAP. But today we're going to keep it simple. Today I'm going to honor the newbies. I'm going to respect your journeys and understand that it was a long time ago for me. And you know what? Some people have been telling me that sometimes I take for granted how long I've been trading on Bybit, and I need to take it one step slower for my newbies to actually help them out so that they don't just get overwhelmed and confused on these streams. Alright, so if you are watching, please do smash that like button towards our goal at 30, which will activate our password giveaway. And please, if you are watching, drop me a message in the chat to know that you are alive and following. Ika, you are most welcome. Alright, so what we can see, very simple on the weekly time frame candle reading, is of course the indecisive dojis that are either going to push us down to the bottom of the long-legged doji trading range or up to the top, and we are likely to get a move back into the middle from either side. Relatively simple TA there, and let's drop our fixed range volume profile on this micro range of consolidation, and we can very clearly see where our value area high is. This is where we look for our shorts. The major level where we will be actually managing our short positions is of course above the 105 level and below the 90,000 level. This is really where the pros are looking to enter their short positions, and we can see exactly where the liquidity is sitting here according to the fixed range volume profile. As most of you know, one of my absolute favorite indicators of all time. So useful. It helps us to immediately see where the liquidity levels are, which are acting as supply and demand. We are going to be speaking a little bit more about supply and demand when it comes to this the support and resistance tutorial that I will be doing shortly. All right, LTC, let me take a note of it to go through when we are doing our altcoins. I do have a nice list of altcoins to go through today. I want to hit OM, SUI, ADA, ICP. I want to have a look at my trades on Link, HBAR, XRP, APT, BNB. I want to look at Tau, XLM, DOT, TON, Solana. I want to look at an alert that has gone on for me to open my WLD position trade on copy trading. I want to look at Rune. Is Rune dead? Is Rune coming back to life? We're getting bullish signals there. I also want to have a look at Solana. So a lot to do on the altcoins, but let's first get through our due diligence here. And you know what? I should do a full tutorial on the fixed range volume profile. So I will be doing a full tutorial, maybe even during the week, but next week Sunday, full tutorial on fixed range volume profile, which will be converted into a short tutorial on my YouTube, just like the Fibonacci tutorial, which is having such awesome results. All right, so please be aware that right here we are getting our POC. I will explain this further when I do the full fixed range volume profile tutorial, but the POC is your point of control. It is your Burj Khalifa of volume. All right, what this indicator does is it just takes your volume and it puts it into a profile. Of course, those of you who are photographers know that when you are sideways, this is your profile, and this is simply taking your volume, which is usually given to you at the bottom of your chart in a more confusing way, now given to you, actually showing you the major levels of liquidity. And of course, we can see that this indicator is extremely accurate, as we are now sitting directly in the middle of the POC with the dojis, charts trying to make up our mind. And the analysis is extremely clear here, and this is one of the reasons why we need to zoom out more often, because when we zoom out, everything becomes a lot more simple. Of course, when you are zooming in too much, there is a lot of noise on the charts, and it tends to cause what we call analysis paralysis, which is of course the enemy of all traders. Okay, so here we have our value area high, which is where we are going to look for the pullback. Oh, the pullback from our from our shorts. This is of course our value area low. It is Valerie. Treat her with respect and she will return the favor. And so that everyone is aware, I've said this many times, the POC is not where you enter your trades. Right, the POC is where you sit on your fingers, and of course the relative strength index will confirm this for us. We are at a sit on your fingers time for support and resistance here on the relative strength index. We are not doing anything. We can see that it actually looks like we are falling below our support level for momentum, and this could mean that we are actually creating that smooth momentum move from overbought down into oversold, where we will actually start looking for our buys on Bitcoin as well as entertaining our long trades. We do not trade in this zone as pro traders. We try to only trade in this zone, and of course when we get our bearish divergences, and then from this zone down here. I think RSI is also a tutorial that I should do imminently for another short tutorial. And please let me know the feedback, right, in the comments. I am going to drop the link again. The funniest comment, of course, will get a giveaway from me, and I will announce that in my Trading Academy. But please also give me very critical feedback on the way that I have structured that tutorial. I want to actually grow in being a more effective teacher when it comes to these tutorials. I want to create tutorials on absolutely everything so that you can use my YouTube as a full university course on crypto trading, and that you can actually enter into the same sphere as me and no longer need my YouTube channel for this kind of teaching, but rather start your own channel and do the Lord's work in educating everybody across the globe on how to be financially independent and trade not only crypto assets but also indices and of course Forex. Alright, so just to recap, we're in the POC. This is a non-trading zone. Well done if you are long from the value area low. Well done if you are short from the value area high. This is the OG strategy that we do employ. This is the hedge trading strategy. We can see how from the wicks, the shorts are all currently in profit at the POC. We can see from the wicks, the longs are all currently in profit at the POC. This is where you want to be. I know this takes a long time to actually develop this level of trading, but here you can see just how profitable it is. You could be right now sitting in profits on your longs and your shorts and just of course trading this and every range until it breaks, right? Every range is a gold mine. We trade the range until it breaks. We long the support, we short the resistance, we long the support, we short the resistance, we long the support, and this is a front run of the support, which could be telling us that we're in for another dip to actually sweep the liquidity at the support. And you know what? The fact that we are not breaking the POC right now is another sign that we could be heading down to that value area low. The POC is the indicator of our trend within this fixed range volume profile, meaning that if we were really going to the value area high to entertain another short within this range, I do not think this range is even nearly over. I think that we have probably, and let me not make you too frustrated here, but probably another 90 days within this range. But let this range be your gold mine, right? Look for the shorts up here, look for the longs down here. And right now we're going to have to be patient to see if we either lose this POC to the upside or if we hold this POC to the downside. And of course, please just be patient for those longs and those shorts at the correct level. Alright, so let me know if everybody is down with the weekly time frame analysis here. Let's start to zoom in. Let's give some juicy meat to the more advanced traders. And you know what? It's not just for the advanced traders. We need to be zooming in on our zooming out on our time frame so that we are not skewed in our bias. We need perspective on everything in life, not just trading. And you know what? Perspective comes from seeing the bigger picture. Alright, so the weekly time frame is actually looking nice here. To just recap on a few of our patterns quickly that we are seeing on Bitcoin. Alright, beautiful. We will do ADA. It is on my list. We will do Avalanche. I am thinking of adding to my Avalanche trade, so let me add Avalanche to the list. We have seen some beautiful TA playing out on Avalanche and some nice pumps. Alright, LTC we're going to look at. Ike is still alive. Okay, let me know if you're alive in the chat. And you know what? We move. Please do smash the likes. I'm sure we will smash that goal of 30 today, and the password will activate. Alright, so the next letter in the password for the giveaway. This is a test. I'm sure this is going to work, but this is the third letter in the password is an N. Alright, please do not post the rest of the password in the chat. This is for everybody to do their due diligence and watch the entire stream and not just be here to get the giveaways, right? Alright, so the first thing that we can identify here is obviously a few bull flags in a row. Just because we have seen one bull flag, two bull flags playing out appropriately, right? It does not mean that we need to see the final bull flag. Let me be very clear here that we could actually be seeing a market top. We do very clearly see what could be here a double top. So we'll look at that pattern shortly. But of course, there is the bullish scenario, right? We know that on the Fibonacci extension, there is a possibility that we could go to 170,000. And actually, on this time frame, I would say that our bull flag is coming from where the pole goes vertical at about here to the bottom of the bull flag at about there, and I would pull out the target right here to about 140,000. If you are a little bit less conservative on your bull flag, you will actually take that bull flag target from the bottom of the previous bull flag to the top of this bull flag, and that actually does take us directly up to the Fibonacci extension level. So these are two kind of moon boy scenarios, and we do have to keep in mind, of course, at all times that if we break this range to the upside and actually confirm with support, if we claim the support with volume, we could see a very swift move up to 140,000 and another swift move up to 180, and that of course is looking very bullish. Please do not let this override your rationality, as of course we could see this range being lost to the downside. And if this range is, of course, tested to the downside now on the daily, we'll see that there are a whole lot of magnets in price that are pulling us down. When I talk about the bots, and I actually create some bots and I do a DCA bot tutorial a little bit later in the stream, I'm also going to talk about the two other parts of the Warren Buffett strategy. Austin, Jacques, Hilda, I hope you are watching. Trish, this is for those of you who are entering into this industry, because this really is a nice time to get involved. It's never too late to get involved in crypto. It is an extremely nice time, especially because Bitcoin dominance is so high and altcoins are giving us a lot of opportunities. But setting limit ladder entries for the dip is one of the strategies we're going to talk about, as well as buying the dip according to the weekly RSI, which we can tell right now is starting to move towards our possible buy the dip position. All right, very nice. We can see here that our previous bull flag did play out from the bottom of its pole to the top of its price target absolutely accurately. You pretty much cannot get more accurate than this. TA for the win. So well done to the traders who were trading that candle pattern. It is one of the more reliable candle patterns because it uses so many candles. Of course, the candle patterns that use more and more candles are more and more reliable. And here we can see that if it is anything like the previous pattern, that was 238 days of consolidation. These were some of the best trades we have ever gotten on Bitcoin because Market Cypher was giving us the bearish divergences, boom, the bullish divergences, bearish divergences, bullish divergences, and we were milking this range. We even got multiple bullish divergences right here at the bottom, and some of us were able to actually smash 100% on Bitcoin, which was absolutely awesome. And I just want you to be able to understand that these consolidation ranges do not have to kill you with boredom, as long as you learn to actually trade these ranges until they break. And if you are using the hedge trading strategy of entering your shorts at the top and your longs at the bottom, I have said this many times, but let me reiterate it. If we go parabolic to the upside, your short will be stopped out, but your long will go parabolic into profits. If we lose this range to the downside, of course, your long will be stopped out, but your shorts will go into parabolic profits. Another reason to practice and get better at the OG hedge trading strategy within every single range, because then you get the range moves, you trade the ranges as gold mines, you outperform and you stack your Bitcoin, and then when we move from that range and create a new range, you are also going parabolic into massive profits. All right, please let me know in the chat, are you following? Is everybody still alive? Absolutely lovely to see everybody here. We're already past the hour, and I see it looks like we're on 20 likes, so let's just try and push for that 30. I know we can do it. If you do want to give away, invite your friends, invite your families, and help me to reach at least that first goal of 30. All right, so let me drop the next letter in the code. It is a D. It is a capital D. That is the next letter in the code. Please do not drop the full code in the chat, because that will allow others to cheat. And if you've been doing your due diligence sitting through this chat, I want you to be a part of this giveaway. All right, Aishat, let's go. Oh, I really appreciate your diligence being with me here on a Sunday. And I must say I'm very, very impressed with your trading. It's absolutely awesome. Murray, lovely to have you, brother. All right, Digital Flyer, Mr. Devault from CBT, still in the chat. Lovely to have you, brother. All right, so let's just get through our top-down analysis, and then we will hype our session a little bit. And you know what? It's going to be on my StreamYard. It's going to be on Devolt's Twitter. I might even live stream it to my YouTube, but we're going to have an absolute blast. It's either going to be on Tuesday or Thursday, and we're going to have some really nice prizes to give away. All right, so we'll be chatting about that shortly. Let's finish our top down. Okay, let's go to the week. Let's go to the daily, right, from here. I think we've done enough on the weekly. And on the daily, there are, of course, a few patterns that I want to look at. We always drop our fixed range volume profile to let us know what's happening with the range. And just like on the weekly, we can see right now we are just below the POC. So this is, of course, slightly bearish. Aylar, lovely to have you. Thank you so much for being here. So much appreciated. All right, so currently on the daily, we can see that we are just below the POC, and it looks like actually we are losing the POC level. Of course, anything can happen here, and we would need to break our support. And one of the reasons the fixed range volume profile is just so important is you can use it on any range, no matter how macro, no matter how micro. We can see here that if we actually just pull it out on this range, boom, it also gives us our support and resistance and our POC. And we can see that if you are really a short-term trader, any kind of scalper, trading any kind of 4-hour, 1 hour, 15-minute time frames, then this is where you are currently looking for your longs. This is where you are currently looking for your shorts. And of course, our time frames are fractalized, and there are gold mines within absolutely every range. For the newbie traders, I would say please rather stick to the larger ranges, but of course for the pros we can see here longs, beautiful shorts, beautiful longs, beautiful shorts, beautiful longs, everything currently moving to actually help you to outperform and stack your Bitcoin. Let me just see what's happening. Istanbul. Very nice. We have some of our traders currently on the way to ETH Denver, currently sitting in the airport in Istanbul. Shout out to you, Mr. Blaze. Alright, so here we can see that we are even losing the POC on this little micro range, and it looks like we are going to come down and test the liquidity down in this value area low. Basically, this is a large value area low at the moment, all the way down to this level. We can see that there is declining volume all the way down in this value area, which means that we should pick up liquidity down here. And basically, yeah, if you are trading these micro ranges, there would be where you are currently looking for your scalp long up to the top of this range. Of course, always manage your risk. I like to put my stop losses just below the bottom of the value area, and we can see we are almost getting our risk to reward. I would say we are almost getting a nice risk to reward there because it is such a tight range. Just be careful, and of course you can look for your shorts from the top of that range. Rinse and repeat, trade the range until it breaks. At least the shorts are looking like there is a nicer risk to reward ratio there right now. Alright, so very, very simple actually right now. From the larger fixed range volume profile, we do seem to be moving down from the 97k level, from the 98 resistance, all the way down to our support here around 93. If we lose that, it's going to be quite a devastating dump down to 91,000, and that will be our crucial support. On the daily, of course, most of you have seen that on my more technical chart, this is our crucial support level. If we lose this level, we can see a very quick move down to lower levels. And now that we are on the daily, we can actually head to this chart, and let's just have a look what's happening here. Alright, here you can very clearly see my crucial support level at the value area low. Let's put in the crucial support line. I would say it is right here, literally at 92,000 at the round number. You can see this is the bottom of all of our swing lows in this range. If we are going to hold this level, it will be that level. Of course, we have bounced once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times already on this level. This can be causing what we call in technical analysis a dead cat bounce. right? It is a little bit of a sad pattern, but basically this is where the cat is bouncing so much on the level, and at some point it just dies at the level and of course dumps very much further down. Alright, so very important. I want you to all be aware that if we lose that crucial support level, we can very easily head down to our CME. We have spoken about the CME gap many times before. I'm not going to go into it now. The Chicago Mercantile Exchange trades during the week. It closes on the weekend. If we have swift moves through that weekend, it creates an imbalance on the charts, which does like to be filled. Let me be very clear, there is an extreme magnet down at the 80,000 level that is pulling us down. I do believe if we lose crucial support, we will have quite a swift move through. As you can see, there is no volume giving us support. I do believe we'll have quite a swift move all the way down to the bottom of the CME gap, where we are getting a little bit of support right here. And of course, because altcoins are already so low, this could cause some kind of capitulation event all the way back down to our previous value area high, our previous POC, even our previous value area low, which is still my juice level to buy Bitcoin and to actually long the market with the bullish divergences, because this just to me looks like right now the best opportunities on the charts for a move up. There is also something, of course, that we need to be very aware of here, and that is our Fibonacci retracement on this trend. Right, let me clean this up a little bit. I have made a vow to myself that I will be using very clean charts so that I do not scare the newbies away and that we do not fall prey to paralysis analysis. Alright, please let me know if everybody is still enjoying, if everybody is still alive. And I see we're moving towards the 30 likes, so please do smash those likes so we can activate the giveaway. And you know what? Let's do another part of the code. Alright, so the next part of the code, I believe the last one was the D. Right, the last part of the code was the D. The next part of the code is a numerical number, and it is 5. So just so you know, if you want to be part of the giveaway, you have to have each letter in this code from the beginning of the stream, and you need to be in my trading academy. There is also another giveaway for the funniest comment on this video that I'm dropping the link into the chat right now. Alright, lovely to have everybody here. Sure, I need to run to the loo, but you know what? Let's just finish our analysis for right now. Okay, so we've done the Fibonacci tutorial. I just dropped it in the chat. Here we can very clearly see a completed trend from the bottom to the top. This means that we can use this trend for a Fibonacci retracement. And this, I do believe, is giving us the best information that we could possibly have on the charts right now. It is telling us that our golden pocket level between the 0.618 and the 0.786 right here is sitting around 69,000. The charts are just waiting for something negative. Right, they're waiting for a black swan event to actually drive us down here to create healthy market structure on a larger level. We have been overpumped since this range because of Trump, because he has overpumped the markets and used crypto as a political tool to his advantage. And please, I just want everyone to be aware that we will likely get a major move from this level if we do get the loss of the crucial support. Right, the actual move up from the CME and possibly even a retest of the 382 all the way down to lose the 618. I do believe that this would be a level for a very nice move, and of course if we do lose this level, it's down to that juice level at 50k, and for me this would absolutely be awesome. Most of you know I've been in this industry for long enough to welcome the blood, and I would actually love to buy more Bitcoin at this level before we move past the 108,000 level. And what I'm seeing on the charts is that we'll look at the liquidation heat map now, which is something that I'm going to bring to this crew for the first time, something I've been using for many years, which is very, very useful. But for now, let's just drop in this golden pocket, and we'll say golden pocket larger trend, just so we are very aware. All right, so now on this time frame, it's also looking very, very clear. All right, we can see if we lose this crucial support level, CME is our first support. If we lose CME, golden pocket is our next support. If the golden pocket does not give us a nice bounce all the way back up to all-time high, then we are looking at this juice level down here. So this just shows you that right now you have to be extremely conservative on these charts, and this just shows you why you should be setting limit ladders on Bitcoin. And I'm going to give a bit more information on this shortly on how to use that strategy as a foolproof way to enter into Bitcoin. Whether you have Bitcoin now, whether you don't have any Bitcoin, it is the most useful and my favorite strategy, the three-prong Warren Buffett strategy for entering into any industry. All right, so the last thing that we're going to do here on our top-down analysis before I run to the little girl's room is, of course, look at our 4-hour channel, which right now that we have zoomed out, right, it is okay to zoom in because we have the larger perspective of how overpumped things are, right? That we're right in the middle of we're sitting on a sand, right? A line in the sand. We can either pump up to that 140k, up to that 170k, or we can literally dump to 80k, 69k, 50k. So we have to be extremely conservative in everything we do. It does not mean that we cannot long. It does not mean that we cannot buy, but we have to be very conservative in when we buy. We only buy according to our trading plan and when we get the signals. All right, so I hope everyone's with me. And you know what? As long as you are managing your risk, managing your position size, it actually makes you hungry for the blood. Just like me, I want the charts to dump so that we can even get better entries, so that our DCA bots can print us money like brrr, right? Okay, yeah, I need to run to the little girl's room. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh no, not like that, not like that, not like that. Oh my gosh, you make me laugh, my brother. Oh, has he nailed me? So I actually don't like kombucha, but I do like crystals because they're geologically very cool. But yeah, I do meditate, as that is a nice part of your trading psychology. But I'm not that hippy dippy. All right, I am a technical analyst. All right, so very important, please, everybody do draw in this 4-hour channel on your charts. Right now, I do believe this is the most significant pattern that we are looking at, and definitely something to keep in mind. Even if you are a newbie, please do draw this in, because this is giving us all of the information that we need. We can see that it was very easily established, and it is very much respected. Here we got a fake out above, and well done, Chris from Bitcoin Advisors. In one of our lessons, we were saying this again looks like a fake out, and absolutely that's what it was. Everybody who did FOMO into longs here, of course, very quickly got wrecked when the whales decided to dump price and actually use the Bybit hack as an opportunity to drive price lower. Now we can actually see that it looks like we are likely to re-enter into this channel and actually come down to visit the crucial support which is now sitting round about the median line, and maybe even a nice sweep of the bottom of this channel, and then a move back up to the POC of this micro range, and possibly then even a move up to these beautiful levels of resistance up at the top of our range. Very, very nice. So right now, absolutely essential that you draw this 4-hour channel in. This is where the Bybit hack actually occurred. And a lot of people were saying, oh, we're about to go into a beautiful pump up to all-time high resistance. But you know what? A lot of people were just saying that this is major resistance. The charts are calling for a dump, and that's exactly what it did. That is fundamentals playing into TA perfectly, and a lot of the time that is what will happen. TA will actually rhyme with your news events, with your fundamental analysis, and here we can see that there was quite a devastating dip on Bitcoin, even due to the hack, even though the hack was on Ethereum. And then here we see another rolling over of price. A lot of people were saying this could be a beautiful retest of this level to take us higher, but we can see that the volume has not actually come in as we would have liked to have seen it, and it now actually looks like we are just dead cat bouncing on this level for a move down to our median line and our crucial support. Oh, Talizon, what's up? What's up? Love to have you in the chat, my brother. All right, so I will no longer say that because you have alerted me to how sus it sounds, and I do appreciate that. I am going to run to the gents, right? I'm going to run to the gents quickly. So please keep the chat hot for me. What I will do is throw up the 1 minute time frame so you can keep me up to date on anything that's actually happening here. And it looks like, well, Bitcoin is finally finding a little bit of support. Let's see if that holds all the way down at the 95,000 level. And you know what, Devault, you can start to drop some hype into the chat when it comes to our event that we are having on Tuesday or Thursday. And please do stick around for me. I will be 1 minute. 1 minute. Please do smash that like button. We are only 8 likes away from activating our giveaway. And I will be very quick. There's a lot more to go through and some beautiful tutorials. So please do stick around. Give me 1 minute. All right. I'm back. Thank you so much, everybody, for sticking around. So awesome to see my crew here on a Sunday. Let's get right back into it. I do need something to drink. Let's go. Some water for the boys. All right. Is everything good with the stream? Oh, there we go. Devault's dropping the alpha on the event that's coming up. Look you. I am the opposite, my brother. And I love that song. I love that Kendrick song. What? They're not one of us? Let me know if you love that Kendrick song too, and how cool was that Super Bowl. And Fuji, I see you, bro. I love a troll. I love a heckler, so thank you for bringing some joy to my life. All right, like a $200 up for grabs. Let's go. So everybody, go now to the CBT Twitter. It will be there as well as on my YouTube. Devault, please drop the link. Please drop the link to where the event will be. And keep your eye on my Trading Academy. Keep your eye on the Bybit South Africa Telegram group. We will be dropping announcements. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to find out what's happening with the flagship South African token CBT. Beautiful. Homegrown token. Let's go. Alright, we'll look at LTC a little bit later. Might even drop something about our governance token. Oh, man, you are already one of my favorite tokens. And now you are becoming a DAO? You are speaking my language. Let's go. It's my birthday. Let's go. Congratulations. Happy birthday, Fuji. Lovely to have you, my brother. Look at that commitment. It is my birthday and I'm trading alone. This is full on. Alright, so I think we're going to do it on my channel and on the CBT Twitter because we want to get some nice reach. Alright, we will check Avalanche. We will check Avalanche. I wanted to do some 15-minute and some hour time frame, but I think, you know, we've done a lot of TA on Bitcoin already, and actually the 4-hour time frame really is giving us the information that we need right now. It's absolutely beautiful. So I don't want the crew to zoom in too much here. Of course, if you are, you know, a high-level scalper, it's quite simple. You just zoom in on this range right here, and we can see exactly where the moves are. Of course, just be careful because this value area low is deep, right? And it seems to be getting deeper. So just be aware that these longs are scary. Of course, this is where you start building your long position, but rather just wait, right? Wait for that bullish divergence, wait for that retest, wait for that CVD divergence. If you're gonna trade this kind of a time frame, be a pro, use the strategies, right? Go to my last live stream, go to the chapter on CVD divergences, use that to get your sniper entries. I will be dropping the CVD divergence on Monday, the tutorial, and then the parabolic SAR tutorial on Wednesday. But it's clear to see. I mean, we can see here, build your short from there. Boom. This is why I say it was not just the news, right? The TA was showing us this is the value area high of the range. If we're not ready to break the range, the short was literally sitting there. It was no surprise. And now it does look like on a very, very simple level, we are simply heading back towards the 4-hour channel, back into the general value area low of our current consolidation range, and we can see that we could actually make a move all the way down to this level. And once again, I'm going to be very logical here, and I'm actually going to wait for this triangle of liquidity right here, because we have our support here. Alright, I think the next thing I'm going to do is the support and resistance tutorial while I still have some oomph in my system. And then, of course, we're also going to do Ethereum. We're going to do ETH against BTC. We're going to do Bitcoin dominance. We're going to do USDT dominance. We're going to do the Dixie. We're going to do the S&P. And then we're going to go on to alts, right? But I first want to do two very important tutorials for my newbies that I will be turning into their own videos. Alright, so is everybody still with us? Please do smash the likes and keep the chat hot. Let me know if you're alive. I like to speak with you. I like to discuss with you and not just speak to myself. All right, so it looks like we're going to dip into this liquidity here. It's just a matter of how low do we go, how strong do the bulls come in, and of course we're likely to see some support here, which, you know, has been known to fake out before. So be careful. This top level has been known to fake out. Never ever trust a breakout. And let me be honest, you do not want to be trading breakouts, right? You want to be trading from levels of support. I've said this many times before. OGs do not trade breakouts. They do not even trade the retest of breakouts. Of course, if you really want to trade a breakout, you only trade the retest. But as you can see here, that the major level was actually at support, right? So just trade at support instead of trying to trade the breakout of a range. Trade from support, and let's leave the Bitcoin analysis there for now. All right, so please in the chat, confirm for me if everything is loud and clear. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go on to a very nice tutorial on support and resistance. So let me bring up a nice, clean, empty chart for y'all, and let's do it. All right, lovely to see the crew here. Hoya hashtag Yebo if you're going to join us. All right, so who's going to join us? Who's going to join us on Tuesday or Thursday for an AMA about the homegrown token CBT and their progress in the last year, as well as the dropping of their governance token? No, stay alive, stay alive. All right, we'll look at LTC shortly. We will look at LTC shortly. All right, loud and clear. Awesome to hear. Perfect. Good advice. Lovely. Thank you for the crew for sticking around. I see my core members are here. If you are in the crew, drop us a message. Do not just be a lurker. And of course, smash those likes. And very soon I will give the next letter in the code for our giveaway. All right, so I think for this analysis, let's go to the weekly. I want to keep this one extremely simple, right? This is for the newbies, but even if you're a pro, I would not be surprised if you pick up something new from this tutorial. Right, let me just see here. It's relatively simple, and of course, most of you will know this stuff, but yeah, you can never learn this too much, right? There we go. That looks like a nice screen. AMA is mostly about the metaverse project with a drop of 1 times 100. Wow, let's go. $100 avatar. Lovely to see. Fuji, where in the world are you, brother? Let's party. Let's have some fun. Are you meaning that you are not having enough human connection? Be careful of that, right? Go out into nature. Go out and meet people. Make friends. This is true. This is true. And this is a very nice philosophical comment that is being dropped here, right? We are not robots. We are machines. We need human interactions. We need physical touch, and we need nature. Most of you know that I'm a very balanced individual, right? Just as much as I am charting, I'm in the gym, I'm out clubbing, I'm on the beach, right? I have friends. This is essential. It is absolutely essential. You see in my stories that just as much as I trade, I also surf, right? I rock climb. When I can, I snowboard, I gym. Make sure you are doing the things which are pumping your human endorphins, right? Because when we sit here and we look at screens for too many hours, we are actually just draining our life force. And this is a great point when it comes to trading psychology. So Fuji, let me know where in the world you are. If you're in Cape Town, let's meet up. And you know what? We have community members all over the world. And yeah, if you're in South Africa, we have some beautiful events coming up. But just make sure you create a community. Wherever you are, you create a community of real people, not just the people who are online and out of touch. You are 100% correct, my brother. This is happening. All right. Let me have one more sip, and we're going to get right into it. Okay, so right now I'm going to do a tutorial on support and resistance on the crypto charts. This is very likely the first thing that you should learn as a beginner. So congratulations to everyone who is starting out their journeys, and if you're a pro, Well done to you two, because of course recapping this kind of information will only solidify your methodologies and actually improve your trading skills. Okay, so the first thing to understand about support and resistance is that our brains are pattern recognition machines. This is what we are built for. And the charts are all about patterns. We need to understand the magical hidden patterns that are beneath the candles. And the first step to this is understanding support and resistance. So the first thing to understand is that support and resistance are the major areas on the charts for buying and selling. Right? The major areas on the charts for buying and selling. Support is where the falling stops. Resistance is where the rising stops. Let me recap that. Resistance is where price stops rising. Support is where price stops falling. This is a very simplified way to look at it. This also, of course, goes a lot deeper to actually tell us that where there is resistance, right, there is more supply. Where there is support, there is more demand. This, of course, requires a little bit more learning, and supply and demand levels are essential to understand. Of course, these markets run on supply and demand, and in a very simple way, resistance levels are where there is more supply coming into the market. Demand levels are where, support levels are where there is more demand coming into the market. All right, so the first thing to understand about support and resistance, after the fact that resistance is where there are major sells and support is where there are major buys, is that your most important levels of support and resistance come at your most touch points. And this is where I refer to our brains as pattern recognition machines, because even those who are not artists, like me, I am a creative, I am a visual artist, but we all have the capacity to notice patterns in everything in life, right? We see it in the stars, we see it in the clouds. When we are looking at the stars, we actually connect the dot patterns. We look at the clouds and we say, oh, that cloud looks like a dragon. Oh, that cloud looks like a fish, right? That is our brain using our imagination to connect the dots. And I do believe that our imaginations are the strongest part of our brains. All right, so the first thing we look for are the points of most touch points. And of course, I've been doing this for many years, so for me it's very easy, but for the beginners, don't stress if this does take time. I do see how the beginners do pick up on this very easily when I do teach it. All right, so what I can see here is a nice example, a very, very nice example. And there are, of course, examples of this all over the charts, absolutely everywhere we look. And you know what? You just have to look for those levels that are giving you your most touch points, because they are your most significant levels. All right, first we can see that price did a turnaround here. And then we can see that price confirmed resistance here. It then confirmed even more significant resistance here, even more significance, even more significance. And then right over here is where resistance was broken. The third most important thing to understand about support and resistance is that it flips, right? Resistance flips into support if it is broken. Support flips into resistance if it is broken. And let me show you very quickly, once again, we identify the most touch points that we can see, and here we can see, of course, this is our level because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 touch points, and then we get broken. Once we actually break that level, we retrace to confirm that level as support and thus flip the resistance into support, and at a later stage, if we ever were to revisit this level, we would likely find buys and support at that level. So this you will actually see absolutely all over the charts. It is absolutely everywhere. Let me show you another quick one, of course, that we found right over here. We can see resistance established, resistance broken, resistance flipped into support. Absolutely awesome. Once you understand this one basic fundamental concept of support and resistance being something that flips once it is broken, a whole lot of magic opens up for you on the charts. And you know what? This is actually not a complicated thing, and it happens absolutely everywhere. All right, even here, right, we can see it very clearly. Resistance broken, flipped into support. Here it gives us our beautiful support. Here we actually break it as support. Here we come and we retest it as resistance. Here we come and break it as support, and we can see that if we ever revisit that line, it will give us support. So please let me know in the chat if everybody is following. It's very, very simple, right? And once we understand how to draw this in, of course, we need to know how we use this. And it can be used for many, many things. There are three major things that we can use support and resistance for. Of course, it is to find your entries. It is to find your exits. And of course, to manage your risk. So let me take a very simple example here. Here we can see a resistance line that was broken. First of all, we had resistance established. We had resistance broken. And we can even zoom into a closer time frame to see this. All good, all good. My trading view is being weird, but this time frame is fine. All right, so here we can see that we came up, we established it as resistance, then we came and we actually broke that resistance, then we came and we bounced on this level as support. So what this told us basically is that when we broke this level here, that if we came back down, we would be finding support there. And of course, this gave us a beautiful, beautiful entry into our beautiful trade. It also tells us that where we should place our stop is of course below the next support level, which is this resistance level right over here, which would be flipped into support. So we want to make sure that our stop loss level is below that support level. I hope that is clear. And now we can also see, of course, that it helps us to establish take profit zones where we are finding resistance. And I hope everyone will watch the Fibonacci tutorial, which actually allows us our most accurate way of finding all of our take profit resistance levels. All right, so that's as simple as support and resistance is. Please let me know if everybody has managed to understand what I have been talking about when it comes to support and resistance. It really is one of the more simple but one of the more effective and honestly most important things to know on the charts. We can also see that if we take it one step further, there is another usage that I like to call a sniper line. This is basically one line on the charts that can allow you a beautiful entry into a trend reversal. And here is a very nice example. We can see how many touch points were being made on this line, right? And always beware the fake outs of these lines. But we can see here that Bitcoin was struggling to break this resistance. And if you just watched for where this line got properly broken and there was a nice retest of support, you can of course get beautiful sniper entries into trend reversals. All right, so please let me know in the chat, have I given enough info? It is really that simple when it comes to support and resistance. Not much more to see there. All right, let's see if we can get our time frames back. There we go. Beautiful stuff. All right, so I actually want to move swiftly into another very important tutorial. Oh, Mr. Big Dreams, let's go. All right, Iker, understanding, lovely to see. Aishat, interesting. Iker following, Crypto Wolf following. Murray agrees. Lovely, lovely. Stuck in LA. Oh my gosh. Well, you should listen to a band called Tool because they have a lot to say about Los Angeles. And you know what? I think this, moving to a cabin in the woods, would be very, very good for you, Murray. It sounds like nature would be great for you as long as you still have some humans around you, as long as you are still close to a village where you can have human interaction. It sounds like it would be a good step. Jadafar, welcome, welcome. Are you new to our channel? Abdulhamid, if you are new, please do smash that subscribe button. And if you are on Twitter, I see we have over 60 watching, but only a few on YouTube. So please do come through to the YouTube, smash that like button towards our goal of 30 likes to activate our giveaway. And right now I will drop the next letter for the code of our giveaway for the password. Alright, great. I'm glad you have subscribed, and please turn on your notifications on my YouTube because I will be going live throughout the next week. Make sure your notifications are on. I will be doing short daily TA. Smash the like button, man. Jungle is massive. Alright, so the next letter in the code for the giveaway, I hope everybody is taking note, is a capital C. Please do not drop the whole code in the chat if you have it, as you will only be allowing others to cheat and get your giveaway that you deserve. Alright, so thank you so much everybody for focusing. Okay, the next tutorial that I'm going to go into, I do believe is also extremely important, not only for traders, but for investors. This is the DCA tutorial. This is dollar cost averaging. It is very important for market cycles, and let me quickly explain why. In the long term, the trajectory of crypto is very much on a parabolic curve to the upside. We know this, we can see this, but we also realize that within this parabolic curve, we also get massive moves to the upside and the downside. And these curves are a bit finicky, but draw them in, learn to understand them, and find your parabolic curve where you think the main parabolic curve is for Bitcoin. And I would say this is a nice one, and we can actually see that anywhere below these curves is a very nice time to enter into the market, and actually anywhere far away from this curve is a nice time to take profits. And actually in the long term, we have a very nice upward sloping parabolic trajectory on Bitcoin because it is becoming known as digital gold. It is a safe haven for mass wealth. It is non-inflationary. If you don't know about Bitcoin, go and learn about it. I will soon be dropping a short reel. I already have a short reel on what is Bitcoin, so please do check it out. And there's my camera. As we can see, there are separate market cycles. All right, so let me be very clear here. This dollar cost averaging strategy is one of a three-pronged strategy created by Warren Buffett to enter into any new financial market and to continue to enter into that market and ride the trend. Of course, you want to be entering into markets which are bullish, which are trending upwards on the long term. And as we can see, Bitcoin is one of those markets. But there are extreme price movements known as market cycles within the larger upward sloping parabolic curve of this asset. The beauty of dollar cost averaging, which is the first prong of this strategy, is that you actually buy. Right, the definition of dollar cost averaging is that you buy equal amounts at equal time periods. So the amount is for you to decide according to your risk appetite, according to how much you are able to invest in a certain period of time. The time periods are also for you to decide. The important thing is that you keep your amounts equal and your time periods equal. Let me be very clear. Dollar cost averaging is the first and most important part of this strategy, to make sure that you are buying at all times on the charts. And you can see, if you are like me dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin every single day using a bot, I will show you how to set up your dollar cost averaging bots shortly. But if you are buying Bitcoin every single day in every single daily candle, or every single week in every single weekly candle, you are actually now in profit in 99% of your buys. So right now you can see just how profitable this strategy is. It is a no-brainer, and basically every time you come into the blood, you are actually buying at the lowest possible levels. And when we reach all-time high, absolutely all of your buys are in profit, including your lowest level buys, which are all equal. And of course, if you believe in Bitcoin in the future that we are going to hit another all-time high, you will buy all of the market cycle lows, and at some point, absolutely every single one of your buys will be in profits. Right? This is also a very useful strategy for altcoins. You need to identify which altcoins you believe in. You need to do your fundamental research, which is tokenomics, understanding how the token works, why you are bullish on it in the long term. We do that a lot on this channel. Most of you know I go very, very deep into my fundamental analysis on altcoins, and right now I'm going to share with you a very easy method for identifying the strong altcoins to dollar cost average into. Alright, so one of the major reasons we dollar cost average is to create what we call a smile curve in our PNL. Here you can see that if you started dollar cost averaging even at the worst possible time you could have, at all-time high, this shows us that there is no bad time to start dollar cost averaging as long as you keep it consistent. Because even if you bought here and you bought every single candle all the way down, you would have also bought every single candle all the way up. And here we see a beautiful cup and handle, which is a tutorial for another day. But we also see that even your buys, your worst buys from the previous top of the bull market, are currently 65% in profit, and your best buys at the bottom of the bear market are 560% in profit. This is an absolutely unbreakable strategy. There is a reason why Warren Buffett is one of the richest men in the world, is because he creates these unbreakable strategies and he sticks to them. Alright, so I hope everyone is understanding that this is the smile curve, and I always say we want to be the ones smiling with the crooked teeth. Dollar cost averaging allows you to cut out the noise of the charts and make sure that you are consistently investing into this asset which you are bullish on in a very risk managed way. Alright, so the next part of this tutorial is how to run this strategy automatically. And this is by using bots. Alright, the next two parts of the strategy will come in a future video, and those include setting your limit ladder order buys with larger and larger amounts as you get lower, so that you buy the dip at the bottom with the largest amount, so that your largest profits are actually on your largest buys. This is a strategy for another tutorial that I will go into another time. And then the third part of this strategy is to make sure you are buying the dip when you are supposed to be buying the dip, and this is based on the RSI. This is also a strategy for another day. Today, I want to focus on the first part of the strategy, which is the dollar cost averaging and automating this strategy through the dollar cost averaging bots. All right, so is everybody with me in the chat? If you are with me on the DCA strategy, if I have explained it well enough on the charts now, please let me know in the chat. And obviously, as you can see, if you've been dollar cost averaging like me for a few years, it is absolutely crazy. Some of your buys are 2,500% in profit. This is absolutely awesome, and this makes you feel like an OG, because every time the markets dump, no matter how far they dump, you are not scared because you are currently getting lower and lower buys, and you already have so much profits from your previous buys. So obviously this is a time in the market strategy. The longer you can keep the strategy going, the better, and the earlier you can start, the better. So there is no time that is too late, but there is always today to get going if you have not yet started. Alright, so I see the crew is understanding. Ike is getting it. Mira's getting it. Is anybody else in the chat understanding what I have laid out here? I will be editing this into an actual tutorial for my YouTube, which will help. And right now, I am going to show you how to automate this strategy using bots, which, to be honest, has been one of my most profitable automated strategies of my entire career. Hey, Shaibu is in the building. Thank you, brother, for being here. Absolutely awesome to see the crew here. Please do continue to smash those like buttons. We are doing well. I know it's Sunday, but well done for doing the work and being here. All right, so now for this strategy, and this is my strategy, so be aware it's not financial advice. It is profitable from my experience, but of course nothing I give is strict financial advice, and understand that this is a risky environment to trade in. Anything can happen in any kind of financial market. All right, so for this strategy, the first thing that I want you to do is go to the altcoin season index. Most of you know that this is an asset, a resource that I use very, very often to help me understand where we are inside the altcoin season cycle, where we are within altcoin dominance. Today we are going to be using it first of all to identify the top 50 performers over the last 90 days. Right, these are the strongest coins in our market. Remember, there are 11 million altcoins currently in the market. This means that to be in the top 50, you not have to only be doing something right. You have to be doing a lot right, because this is the most competitive financial sector. And we can see that some of the top 50, of course, are going nuts. OM, XRP, HBAR, we have BGB, TKX, LTC, XMR. But some of these top 50 are giving us beautiful, beautiful opportunities. Many of you have heard me say before that when I see red candles on the altcoin season index like this, I see them as pork sausages, and they are num 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 num. Yummy, giving us beautiful opportunities as whales to accumulate these strong coins for the future in a very risk-diverse, risk-managed way. Alright, so what we do is we literally take the altcoins that are strong, that are in the top 50, and do me a favor. If you are not aware, do your own research. Go to CoinMarketCap. Understand ETH, ADA, Uni, Tau, VeChain, Drip, Sol, ETC, XLM, KAS, BCH, Filecoin, Doge, SHIB, Atom, TON. Of course, for those of us who have been in this industry for many years, we have one by one done our fundamental analysis on each of these. And let me be very honest, all of these coins are extremely powerful, extremely strong, with extremely nice future trajectories. So I'm giving you a shortcut here through this resource, but do not hop into investing into anything until you do your own research. This is rule of thumb. All right, Jafar, beautiful to hear, and welcome to the community. All right, so what I've done here is I've actually taken these bleeders over the last quarter. that have retained their top 50 status, but they are in the blood, and I have put them now into this image for us so that we can actually slowly, in a risk managed way, using the dollar cost average strategy automated through Bybit bots, we can very quickly, I'm going to show you how in 5 minutes you can create a strategy that will run passively for you to create a portfolio of all of these coins without any more work needing to be done. All you will need to do is make sure there is liquidity to feed these bots at all times. Alright, so let's go right into it. At this point, you head over to the Bybit trading platform. Here you can see on my one account some of my DCA bots. These are not all of my oldest DCA bots, but here we can see absolutely awesome real P&L happening on, not that big amounts. Very nice. Here we can see the Aave Avalanche link near and SHIB bought in $462 profit. So, I mean, it's crazy. We are way more in profit than if we had have just bought these coins at buying the dip. Alright, so what we do now, right, is we head to tools. We head to trading bot. And then we come here to this bot on the right, which is the most simple bot, and for me it is the most powerful. I actually had a chat with Benzu, the founder of Bybit, about this, and he agreed with me that the DCA bot is the most powerful bot on Bybit because it is running on the DCA strategy, which is one of the most powerful strategies ever invented. We also agreed that this is both of our favorite bots on the platform. My favorite bot as well as Benzu's favorite bot. Alright, so you just come here to create, and ultimately, when you're doing this, you want to actually keep it. You can do 5 bots at a time, right? 5 coins within each bot. And ultimately what you want to do is to take the sectors, the different sectors, and group them together. For the sake of this tutorial and for the sake of time, I'm going to go quickly through it and show you how quickly you can create a portfolio that will grow for you passively in the best risk managed way that you can. And creating one of these bots is extremely simple. Sometimes I do get confusion from the crew, but I'm going to show you now just how simple it is. So of course, I would start off with BTC. I do have a DCA bot on BTC. I do buy the dip on BTC. I do hold BTC. If you are coming into this market, then of course this might be one to start with. But just be very aware that when you are dollar cost averaging, you want to see blood. You very likely will see P&L go down. So that in a very strong bull market, all of those buys that you are doing every day or every week will go into profit. And if you do want to invest in the top altcoins which are currently in blood, which I would say is the best strategy right now, all you do is you come and you take these altcoins that are bleeding but they are in the top 90, and you simply create a bot which will dollar cost average into them for you. A bot which will buy equal amounts a bot which will buy equal amounts of these coins every day or every week according to what you can afford and how you would like to base your strategy. So quite simply we say, okay, the first bot we can have 5. We can have tier. CRO is obviously, it's the coin over competitive exchange, so we can't do that one. But tier, OP, Pepe, and apt, we can very simply just come to our bot. For this one, we're going to take BT out, and we just go tier, OP, what was it? Tier, OP, Pepe, and apt. Tier, OP, Pepe, Aptos, and we can add one more ARB. Wow, very nice fundamental coins. Alright, then very simply we add these bots. It's not letting me zoom in or out. Give me 1 second. All right, let's stay zoomed out. All right, this should work. Let's do it again. All right, so first you come to select cryptocurrencies. You select which asset you would like to use to fund your bots. Be aware that your bots will be funded from your funding account. You do not need to keep major amounts in there as long as you have enough to currently fund how much your bots are buying every day or every week. I like to use USDT, which is Tether. Then you come to adding your cryptocurrencies and you come to the lowest on your altcoin season index. For now, TIA, OP, Pepe, APT, ARB. TIA, OP, Pepe, ARB, and APT. Of course, do your fundamental research on these. If there are any that you don't want to include, you might say, oh, I'm not interested in meme coins. I don't want to include Pepe. That is up to you. The best way to do it, in my opinion, is to diversify into as many of these altcoins as you can. Because in my previous experience, all altcoins do have their time in the limelight if they are strong enough to enter into this top 50. It's as simple as that. During an altcoin season, it might be 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, it might be 12 months, it might be 2 years till our next altcoin season. But if you're using this strategy, that would only allow you more time to accumulate these coins at lower levels for the altcoin season, which I believe at some point is inevitable to hit the charts again. I don't believe Bitcoin dominance can keep pumping forever. All right, so you select 5 cryptocurrencies. Then you decide your frequency. You can go as short as 10 minutes or 1 hour or 12 hours. I like to do 1 day, and I really like to do $1 per day into each of these coins, so that you only need to remember how many coins you have and how much you are giving into your portfolio of altcoins every single day. I like to keep my frequency at 1 day and $1 into each altcoin. It also makes the strategy a little bit more simple when it comes to the maths. And here we can see that it's telling me that currently what is in my funding is allowing me 16 days at this current strategy. When this runs low, I will simply unstake more USDT or take more profits off any other trades or coins and actually balance my portfolio into these coins which are in the blood. So I hope everybody's following. And where a lot of people go wrong is here. Do not enter a maximum into here, because if you enter a maximum into here, into the maximum investment, it will close your bot when it gets to that level. Of course, if you would like a maximum, do it, but most people get confused here, or a lot of people get confused here, and their bots get closed and they don't understand why. This you can leave open. This is optional, and it's as simple as that, right? We go create now. It will do our first buys on all of those coins, right? And here it will quickly show you all of the details. We have now opened a bot on these coins, and this is the current price. Right, it'll take a few seconds. There we go. Now we can see that we are currently holding 0.25 TIA, 106,000 Pepe, 0.84 OP, 2 ARB, and 0.15 APT, which is $1 of each of those. And here is our current PNL. And here is our estimated actual APR, which is the annual percentage revenue. Of course, this is a brand new bot, so that won't really be accurate, but every day it will automatically buy those coins for you. Right? Do I need to do another one? Let me know in the chat. Do I need to do another one? So I am interested in some meme coins, especially Doge. So do note that I did add Pepe to this bot, right? I did add Pepe to this bot. I was saying that some people might not be interested in certain sectors. And of course, that is up to you to build your own strategy. All right, so I will quickly do one more for the sake of understanding. You come to tools, you come to trading bot, you simply come to create a DCA bot, and then according to my strategy, you can do this however you like, right? But I have found that a very strong strategy is to take the bleeders that are in the top 50 over the last 90 days and use those as your entries. So here we have Near, FET, Pole, Render, Avalanche. Those of you who have been trading for a while will know that these are very strong coins that are likely to pump a huge amount. Near, FET, Pole, Near, FET, Pole, Render, and Avalanche. And you can see if you get used to this, it can happen very, very quickly. Near, Pole, FET, Render, and Avalanche. And how amazing that Bybit allows us such an easy way to do this. And we can add dot. Let's go. These are coins that I am bullish on in the long term, and this is getting confirmed by the Altcoin Season Index, which shows us the top 50 performers over the last 90 days. And then according to my strategy, you can do this per week. You can do $5 per week. You can do $1 per 12 hours. It's up to you. I like to diversify equally into these coins. And the main reason that we diversify into 40 or 50 altcoins is so that if any 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 of these altcoins go to zero, it does not really affect our portfolio, because most likely in the long term altcoins are going to go parabolic, and if we diversify our portfolio properly, we will see our entire portfolio go up, even if some altcoins turn out to be scams, end up going to zero, right? And this is classic, typical diversification. This is not putting all of your eggs into one basket, not putting all of your money into one altcoin. In case that basket gets dropped, you don't want to see your whole portfolio die. All right, so it's as simple as this. $1 into Near, Pole, Render, Avalanche, Dot every day. Create now, and boom, we now have another DCA bot which will buy for us passively every single day as long as there is USDT in our funding account. An interesting thing here is that the dollar cost averaging strategy should be buying for you no matter what. If you really want to follow this strategy, do not try and time the markets. Let the bots buy for you no matter what. If you really do want to pause this bot, stop buying at any time. If you really think that altcoins are overpumped at any time, if you are really good at altcoin analysis and you see support coming on Bitcoin dominance, etc., if you see altcoin dominance really high on the total 3, if you are a pro, you can simply take your funds out of your funding account. Your DCA bots will not terminate. They will only pause. They will only give you an email saying that there is insufficient funds, but they will keep running for you. So here you see we've made our first buy. 0.22 Render, 3.3 Pole, 0.28 Near, 0.19 Dot, 0.03 Avalanche, and we have our initial P&L, and we have spent $5. Alright, so I hope everybody's understanding on the DCA bot tutorial. It is as simple as that. Of course, if you need more information, just come to Bybit Learn and come to the search bar, type DCA, and you can see that there are actually a few articles here on DCA and on the DCA bots. What is dollar cost averaging? Who does this fit best? Why use the trading bots, and then how to set up your bot, everything I've just showed you. And as you know, as I've said, this has been one of my most profitable strategies. Alright, so thank you everybody for getting through the tutorial. It's been absolutely awesome. Please let me know if you've enjoyed it in the chat. And I see that we need 6 more likes to our giveaway. Thank you so much everybody for being here. Please do smash those likes towards the giveaway. And yeah, let's see. Did you enjoy the tutorial? Did you learn something? Alright, some find it difficult to diversify because they're avoiding risk. Actually, diversification is a way to avoid risk, right? If you're putting all your eggs into one basket, if you're putting all your money into one crypto, that one crypto might go down. A lot of people learned this lesson the hard way. When Luna went down, when Luna was actually finally found to be a scam, all people who had too much in one basket were very sad. I was in Luna, but it was one of 50 altcoins, so it did not hurt me at all. It did not hurt me whatsoever. Awesome information. So glad to hear. Aika, lovely to have you. Oh, his big dreams with us. Let's go. Game changing, but too much patience. Yes, so some of my bots have been going for over 1,000 days. And of course, you can see, I mean, on those altcoins, you know, some of my best bots are like 88. I mean, even Bitcoin, we can see that if you've been going for 1,750 days, you have 1,600%. The more patience you can have, the better this strategy will work for you. And this strategy is for the patient. But you know what? In my opinion, crypto is for the patient. If you chase fast profits, if you chase overnight gains, you will only get wrecked. All right, thank you so much everybody for sticking around. So awesome. Let me drop for you now the next code in the giveaway. Right? It is a number 3. So the last one was C. And now the next one is number 3. Do not drop the whole code in the chat. Right? This is the whole point. Shaibu, you are most welcome. Thank you for being with us. It was your best gain. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, some people did gain on it as long as you got out in time or you bought after the giant dump. But most people got extremely, extremely wrecked. Alright, we've done 2 beautiful tutorials today. That's awesome. I think we can move on to market charts. We'll do a quick recap on market charts. Then we'll do a quick look at the altcoin TA and a couple of my position trades. There's also a possible position I would like to open. So if you need to add margin to your copy trading, please do. I would like to open another position today on copy trading, and thank you everybody for sticking with us through the blood on the altcoins. All right, so what we can see now, right, is on the trajectory here on the weekly, Bitcoin is still really high up, but most of our altcoins have seen this kind of a structure down to their golden pockets. And you think, why are altcoins so far down when Bitcoin is so far up? And this is simply a result of Bitcoin dominance. I know a lot of you know this. You've been doing it for long enough. But if we go to the Bitcoin dominance chart, which I think let's do before we do Ethereum and ETH dominance, here you'll see obviously all of my crazy charting. But let me go through this one more time and quickly recap. Of course, you can watch the last stream where we went really into detail. But here we can see that the exact reason why altcoins are low and Bitcoin is high is this major move on Bitcoin dominance, which we have seen from this level, from the consolidation right here. We have seen a continuous pump on Bitcoin dominance, which means Bitcoin is in the limelight, which means that altcoins are really struggling. Of course, we've had some little altcoin runs where Bitcoin dominance has fallen, but in general, we have moved up on Bitcoin dominance a massive, massive amount, while our altcoins have been dumping. And this is clearly seen through this Bitcoin dominance chart. Right, our last major altcoin season where a lot of us made very nice profits on altcoins was when Bitcoin dominance did this major dump all the way down to its support level. What we're seeing now is, first, we saw a consolidation in this zone, which was quite crazy because it was altcoins pumping, altcoins dumping, altcoins pumping, altcoins dumping, altcoins pumping, altcoins dumping, altcoins pumping. And now we are actually running the marathon. And this is really cool because this means you have to be here for the long term. If you're not here for the long term, you will get burnt, right? Paper hands get burnt. Diamond hands get rewarded. Diamond basically is one of the most strong materials in the world, and if your hands that you hold your crypto with are made of diamonds, you'll win in the long run. And here we can see that we need endurance because we are running this marathon back up to the major resistance where we are most likely to get the start of our next altcoin season. And you know, this altcoin season can really start at any time. As soon as we break this parabolic curve, we can start our altcoin season at any time. In my opinion, I really want more blood on the altcoins. I just want a little bit more blood. We've already seen so much blood already. The altcoins are so far down. Let's just get the last little bit to our major resistance, which as we can see is so likely to give us the move that we need. I do believe if we see moves now, it will only be to the midterm support, and we actually need to come up to really hit the proper resistance. Of course, as I say, it could happen any time that we come to reach these levels, but in my opinion and in my desire, I actually would like to see us go up more. Any relief does cause people to FOMO in, which can cause the whales to actually just put more dominance onto Bitcoin and wreck everybody. And since we've already seen this devastation on altcoins, 55% up on dominance, why not just take 12% more of a beating before we actually see our altcoins do? Some altcoins here can do 4,000%. Gala is looking at a 4,000% increase. Alright, so from there, what I like to do is I like to go to the total market cap of altcoins. And here we are also getting a lot of really interesting information. We can see here on altcoins that we might be likely for more blood. I just want you to be realistic, and I'm just going to show you quickly what I'm seeing here, and we will be looking at ETH shortly. Alright, how far to the altcoin season? So I literally think we could be seeing another period of 3 to 6 to 9 months before we see a really nice altcoin season. We need more pump on Bitcoin dominance. We need more blood on altcoins. And what I'm seeing here is really on the total 3. So this is the total market cap of altcoins. And we can actually see that we are right now at our golden pocket retracement level, which means that we could find some more blood right down to another golden pocket, which we'll find now before we actually carry on our trajectory here to our major take profits. So all of the TA is looking really nice. We can see that this level actually is a golden pocket on the extension. And then if that is really a turnaround and we see more blood from here, we can quite simply see that we are most likely to see a turnaround and a continuation at this level, which is quite simple and quite beautiful. Alright, so I hope everybody's understanding there. I'm moving a little bit quicker now, and from here what I like to do is, even before I go to ETH against Bitcoin, we have a look at the Dixie. Most of you do know that the US dollar index is the US dollar against a whole bunch of other coins. And here we can see that this move was easily predictable, right? And actually we were calling for blood on crypto. We can see that if we pull this support level, now we've learned about support and resistance, we learn that it flips, right? And this support and resistance level is constantly flopping and flipping. And we can see from here that it's giving us major support. Every time we come down, the US dollar actually gets a lot of support. And of course, when the US dollar is pumping, and we called it, we all called all of these levels, and we called this level. When it's pumping, of course, money is moving out of our riskier assets and out of other currencies like the yen and the pound and the euro, and of course out of Bitcoin. We can see a little bit of relief now on the US dollar index, but basically we could see for higher risk assets a whole lot more blood coming in, and this is where we want to be, right? This is where we really start to get ready for that pump on Bitcoin to 170k for that altcoin run. And of course, on Bitcoin dominance, use the cheat sheet. We've looked at it so many times before, right? The altcoin dominance cheat sheet shows us exactly when we're looking for that run on Bitcoin. And I'll head quickly back to Bitcoin dominance to give a recap on that. But basically, for an altcoin season, we need to see Bitcoin dominance coming down while Bitcoin goes up. So what we've seen right now is actually setting us up for a nice altcoin season, because we've seen Bitcoin dominance continuously coming higher while Bitcoin is actually starting to come down a bit, which is setting us up for the perfect storm. And I would like to see Bitcoin continue to come down. I want the blood. I'm a vampire. I want to see Bitcoin continue to come down. I want to see altcoin dominance continue to come up so that we really have the perfect storm. So that when we're finally at our solid resistance, we can dump on Bitcoin dominance. And hopefully Bitcoin will be at a nice low price so it can pump. And then we can really get our altcoin season. So I hope everybody is understanding that. I think I should also do a tutorial on the Bitcoin dominance cheat sheet. I'm going to say Bitcoin dominance tutorial. It is being added to my list. All right, so lovely to have everybody here. Is everybody enjoying? Is everybody still alive? All right, most of the times people mistake a regular divergence to a hidden divergence. All right, so the first thing you must learn is, of course, the regular divergences. And I think that's also, yeah, a nice tutorial to do, is just straight up divergence, like what it means to have divergences. And of course, we'll start on the RSI. I think that's a good point. Nice one, Aishat. All right, so from here, even before I look at ETH against BTC, before I look at ETH, I look at ETH against BTC, right? And before I even look at ETH against BTC or at ETH, I look at these market charts like the Dixie, like the S&P 500. So most of you will know, and if you are in my trading academy, you will have seen the news that the S&P 500 actually hit all-time highs. Tech stocks are on a magical trajectory to the upside. This is, of course, bullish for us as long as this trend continues. But we need to understand that nothing goes up forever, and at some point we will need some relief on the S&P 500. And of course, if tech stocks dump, we will see major blood in crypto. So just keep your wits about you. See that there is a curve happening here. And you know what? The longer we see this curve happening, the more likely we are. Do you see how this curve came to the downside, and then all of a sudden we dumped with the Black Swan event? We are getting a similar thing now where we are curving. We are starting to curve on the downside all the way like this, and we could see a nice Black Swan event down to the support, which could mean huge blood for altcoins, right? For a parabolic move, you want to see a curve. What I'm seeing here is more of a curve in the wrong direction, which makes us keep our wits about us. All right, I hope everybody's following. We've been going for 2.5 hours. I'm not going to keep going for too much longer. So thank you everybody for being here. I'm just going to get through, of course, what we promised to get through. And I feel like we've done really well. All right, so from here, we're going to look at ETH against BTC. And let me just clean this up. You can see we've been doing a lot of work here. And I'm really looking forward to the daily live streams. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Those are going to be nice and short. But basically here you can see the symmetrical triangle that I'm looking at on ETH against Bitcoin. And right now we can see that ETH is undervalued against Bitcoin. We are likely to see this change. And of course, this is also another indicator of your altcoin season, right? Your altcoin dominance, because altcoins follow Ethereum. Ethereum is the largest of the altcoins, and all other alts follow Ethereum. Of course, we can see the major support here that we've come to now, and we've gotten a nice wick there. We could see some relief for altcoins in general coming up to that resistance. We might even get a breakout. I think there might be more blood here in consolidation. We might even see this kind of a fake out all the way to the value area low of the much larger range before we see a breakout to the upside. And this is why we dollar cost average. because we might get some of the best entries and some of the best buys. Maybe that we thought were even impossible. This is why we also manage our position trades. I think I'll keep that for next time. I'm going to do a tutorial on managing your trades and basically scaling your entries. Managing your entries through scaling. So that no matter how much blood you see, the more blood you encounter, the bigger your positions become. And you always have your stops nice and low. And this is the reason why we're still alive on the position trades. Thank you to everyone for bearing through the blood. Those position trades are something we knew we would see a lot of blood. And well done to the vampires who are hungry to actually increase our positions in the blood. Here we can see some nice alerts have been coming through. It says here we got the bullish divergence on WLD on the daily, which could be a nice place for us to actually start our WLD long that I'm thinking about. Our AP trade is going really nicely, so that's awesome. Rune, I'm not sure if we should actually entertain Rune at all because there's a little bit of dodginess there. And it does say here that we got the bullish divergence on Solana, which is really nice. Before we look at the smaller alts, let's actually look at Ethereum. Alright, so we can see that Ethereum is at a pretty dodgy spot right now. We are either going to pump from here, which is very nice, resistance turned into support, or if we cannot hold this level, we could see huge amounts of blood, right? There's no telling really where this blood could stop. I don't really see us going down to 300, but just be realistic. I think 1,500 is actually kind of likely in any black swan scenario for the alts, and we could realistically see an $878 Ethereum. So please just be careful here. If we look at our Fibonacci retracement on Ethereum all the way on this trend, we can see that the golden pocket was absolutely beautifully respected, which is really nice. So of course we can use this to draw in our Fibonacci extension according to the trend and the pivot. And we can see that this is bullish, telling us basically that yes, this is our golden pocket for a retracement. And then we even came down to our golden pocket here, and we could now see a continuation up to these beautiful take profit levels for Ethereum. And this is why I did buy more Ethereum at these levels, and I am thinking of where to possibly add to my trade. And of course that will only come at the bullish divergences on Market Cipher B, which is our major strategy. We can see the previous divergences playing out really nicely on Ethereum. You can see this divergence right here gave us this beautiful trade. And yeah, I will be doing a very in-depth tutorial. I'll even, just for the big brain OGs, I'll do a little bit of a VWAP now. Alright, so when we look at VWAP strategy, don't stress if you're a newbie. I'm going to be breaking this down into more detail. But we've been looking at Market Cipher B for quite a while. We've been looking at the bearish divergences, and we've been looking at the money flow, right? We've been focusing on wave trend, divergences, and money flow. Now, since we have been working with Market Cipher for at least a year, right? I've been working with it for almost 4 or 5 years. I introduced it to this community about a year ago because the profits are absolutely insane. And I just want to show you one quick strategy here that's going to help you with your entries. Alright, so of course we set our alerts for the bearish divergence. We get the bearish divergence. Then to help us understand if this is a strong signal and the exact time to go short, of course we have the CVD divergences, which are one more level of confluence. I will be dropping that tutorial hopefully tomorrow. For the OGs, it's a little bit more advanced, but it's a sniper strategy. Even if you don't know how to use your CVD divergences, I want you to add your VWAP to your Market Cipher B. Right? And the way you add your VWAP to your Market Cipher B is you come to your settings, and they actually call it the fast wave trend. It's not technically the fast wave trend. This is a free indicator, so there are some things which could be improved, but basically it's this here. It's your fast wave trend. And the way we know that that's the VWAP is if we come down to our colors, we can see that it's the VWAP color that gets affected. right? It's the fast wave trend. They say it's fast wave trend, but this is how you activate your VWAP. You come to fast wave trend all the way at the top of your inputs. Then you come down to your VWAP. VWAP is usually traditionally yellow, so I like to make it yellow. And all you need to understand is that when VWAP crosses from the upside to the downside, you get a dump. When VWAP crosses from the downside to the upside, you get a pump. And there are two things to keep in mind for confluence here on your wave trend strategy, which is taking us one step further on the road to being OGs, right? So we set our alerts. We set our alert for the bearish divergence. We get our alert for the bearish divergence. Then there are two things that we check. Number one, are we getting a VWAP cross? Because if you look at every single cross, right, there's a cross to the upside, pump. There's a cross to the downside, dump. This is an awesome indicator. There's a cross to the downside. What happened? Dump. Look here, cross to the upside, pump. Absolutely awesome. It's everywhere. Cross to the downside, little dump. Cross to the upside, big pump. Very, very nice indicator, and we use it as confluence now with our bearish divergences and with our money flow. So we get the bearish divergence. We check, has the VWAP crossed? The VWAP was crossing. Boom, confluence. The next thing we check for this strategy, and you can write this down, is the money flow pointing down? Is the line of the money flow pointing down? And yes, the line of the money flow was pointing down. Yes, the VWAP had crossed. And what's awesome about the VWAP is it's quite a leading indicator. Usually you will see the VWAP cross before the move, right? You see the VWAP cross just as the move starts. Very often actually before the move. Look there, just as the move starts. Amazing indicator. This was even just as the move starts. And here all we need is to see, is the VWAP crossing down? Is the money flow pointing down? Beautiful confluence. And there we can see at the bearish divergence that lovely 50% bearish trade on Ethereum. Alright, so that's a more in-depth tutorial for another day, but I hope you're all enjoying. What are the key factors making Ethereum's price movements? Alright, so if we look at key factors on the Ethereum chart right now, basically, of course, first we look at major support and resistance, and we can see that currently we are bouncing from the major support level, which, as we know from our tutorial today, are where most of the buys are sitting in the market. Right, then of course we also look at our Fibonacci. So right now we are currently working with this Fibonacci retracement from this completed trend from the bottom to the top, and we can see the golden pocket has been touched twice, and we might be looking at a move from that golden pocket. And there are two ways to do this extension. You can do it here on the micro trend to the golden pocket to give you all of your take profits on this current move, which, like, that was a bit messy. Let me be honest, this move is looking pretty bullish for Ethereum. So it's all about, if altcoin dominance does behave from here, what happens? This could be a nice move on Ethereum. I know a lot of us are already long from that actual golden pocket touch. Don't hop into the move late. Of course, you want to be long actually from the golden pocket touch. And then also pull out your fixed range volume profile on the micro range. Ba-ba-ba-boom. And there you will see that actually things are looking a little bit scary, and we could be seeing a loss of this level down to the value area low. And this is why I'm being very realistic, right, with the $1,000 Ethereum. Right, ETH is outperforming BTC. Not currently, but people say that it could. Right, currently BTC is way further up than Ethereum. Alright, but anything can happen. Alright, lovely to have everyone here, and I will be dropping the final code in the giveaway shortly. And let me recap. So the other giveaway is going to be on the funniest comment on this video. I'm dropping a link now. So this tutorial on Fibonacci, the funniest comment in that tutorial, I will be giving a giveaway personally to the one who I select as having the funniest comment. And if there are a few really funny ones, I will create a poll where users in my academy will vote. Alright, so please be sure that you are in my trading academy. We are coming towards the end of the stream, I will be dropping the giveaway into the Trading Academy. Also, just be aware that in order to claim any of these giveaways, you do need to be under my Bybit link. That is a requisite. The giveaway will not work unless you are under my Bybit link. And we just need 4 more likes. We need 4 more likes to actually activate the giveaway. I'm sure we can reach those 4 more likes, right? While we are doing altcoins. If you haven't smashed the likes, please do now. And I see we are still way more on Twitter, so please come through to YouTube. We have 75 watching and only a few on YouTube. So please come over to YouTube and smash the likes so that we can activate our giveaway. If you missed the letters before C, you just need to go back and you need to scrub through. Right? You need to watch the whole stream. This is why I've done it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give as long as this stream was. Right? So this stream looks like it's 3 hours. So if the stream is 3 hours, then I'm going to give 3 hours after this. Right? 3 hours after this for everybody to re-watch the stream. Figure out the code, and I won't be doing this every time. This is because it's the first time, but now you know that you have to be here for the whole stream to have the giveaway, right? So for today, I'm gonna make it easier, and I'm gonna let you, I'll say, yeah, at least an hour or 2 after the stream, I'll give you time to recap the stream. But yeah, it won't be like that every time. It's for those who are in the stream, who are active. And then you also have the opportunity of dropping a comment here, and the funniest comment that I pick will get a bonus. Let me see if comments have been dropped. So remember, there are funny comments. Remember to drop your funny comment. Let me quickly check. Alright, Ike, I see your comment. Your oldest newbie, and I need to see this on PC 2 or 3 times. Very nice, very nice. Alright, so let's see who the funny guys are. My boss looks like he's in a spaceship. It seems you're taking us to the moon. Love that, actually. Good explanation. Thank you, Gibson. So I think Gibson is currently in the lead. I want to see the funniest comment, y'all. So even if you've dropped your comment already, right? Drop me a funny comment. And let's see who the funniest comment is going to be. So I'll drop the link one more time in the chat. I'm going to save funniest comment here wins a bonus. And I will drop the final letter in the code shortly, as soon as we're done with a few altcoins. We're only going to do like 15 more minutes. Alessandro, welcome, welcome, my brother. Ciao, ciao. Grazie mille for joining. All right. So remember that you have to be under my link to get the giveaways. If I started today, will I buy a Lambo tomorrow? You know what? You should never buy a Lambo. It's just not a good investment, my brother. Rather start to realize what the real things are in life, what the real valuable things are in life, and that is not flexing, right? If you make money, travel, meet people, have experiences, make friends, have romances. Do not buy a Lambo. If you really want to buy a car, buy a Mustang or buy a BM or something that is actually, I don't know, kind of good investment and worth it. But cars are probably the worst investment you can make. And before you ever buy a Lambo or any nice car, you want to be making sure you at least have enough investments to support you for a passive income for the rest of your life. All right, so my voice is going. Let's do a little bit more All right, so drop me your altcoins in the chat. Drop me your altcoins in the chat. All right, Avalanche has been pumping. Very nice. Three more likes, y'all. 3 more likes and we activate the giveaway. I will do the last code, right, for the giveaway. And I will drop the giveaway as soon as we hit 30 likes. All right, so now there are a few alts I want to look at. I don't know if we have time to do them all. So drop me your altcoins in the chat right now, right? My suggestions. You can, of course, drop your own altcoins, but my suggestions are OM, Cake, Sui, ADA, ICP, LTC, Avalanche, Link, HBAR, XRP, APT, BNB, Tau, XLM, DOT, TON, and SOL. And let's actually start out with our trade that we opened last week live during the stream. So let me quickly switch Bybit accounts here. Give me 1 second. Let me go to my copy trading. And let's have a look at that APT trade that we opened last week. And now is your time to drop your altcoins in the chat, and of course drop your alpha. Any alpha that you have will be much appreciated. And smash those likes. We just need 3 more likes, y'all. Alright, let's find APT. So it looks like we have a good position here on APT. So well done to the crew for doing the analysis together. It's looking like we've got a nice entry here. It's one of our better entries for this altcoin run. And we can see according to the TA, it looks really, really nice. Of course, we won't do too much TA here because we're already in the trade. And let's just recap on quickly why we entered this trade. Of course, we were seeing the bounce from the bottom of this major symmetrical triangle. And of course, we were seeing a very nice golden pocket. We're seeing the extension, all of that. And we can see just how bullish this is. We can see where all our take profits are. Let's actually just set our first take profit so that at least that is set. I will be taking gradual profits along the way on this. But right now, let's just set our first limit order take profit at 0.236 on the Fibonacci extension, which is at 9.165. So we see how many contracts we have. We have 1.01, which means it's awesome because we can actually take profits about 100 times on this trade. And let's say for this one, we're going for our first one at let's just say $9 to be a little bit safer. We take profits a little bit earlier. We want to take profits at $9, and let's just take something off the table there. It's quite a meager amount now, but there is the high possibility that we will actually come into blood, in which case we will add more to our position. Right now it's a small position, but we have learned that this is the strategy that works on copy trading, because as we can see with some of our other trades, altcoins can go into deep blood. And if you're writing position trades for the long term, you want to start very small so that you can slowly increase your positions, so that you can take profits above, add to your trade below, take profits above, add to your trades below, because alts are that volatile. All right, so it looks like we're off to a good start at least, which is nice. Let's just recap on a few more trades here. The Link trade. Also looking nice, although too low on the margin. So actually hoping we get a little bit of blood here, like an actual bit of blood below our entry so that we can increase our position. This does look like something juicy is building up here for Link. There are a few ways that you could look at this kind of falling wedge, but I'm actually hoping that we get some kind of a fake out and then a move up so we can increase our position. I'm going to move fast here. You know, Tau was at the bottom there of the altcoin season index, so very likely we're in blood on the Tau. Let's have a look if we would like to add. Okay, we're only 13% down, which is really not that bad. We do have a relatively good entry here, and it looks like I would want bigger blood to add to this position, so I'm going to be patient on this one for now. We also saw Ton, an interesting one. Let me check on DOT. And drop for me your altcoins in the chat. I'll do whatever the crew wants to look at. Alright, so DOT looking at 30%. We've got a $4 trade here. This might be one that I would like to add to. And let's just check if we have the alert set here for DOT, because I'm going to be very conservative on these trades. Where is our alert for DOT? DOT is one of the ones that I think could do very well in the long term, so let's actually add our alert there for DOT, and this is how it's done. This is looking juicy. Sure. Alright, but what we really want is the bull. There hasn't been a bull here on the weekly for a long time. We can see that we have previously gotten some bears, right? And now money flow is in the red. So let's get a bull. You can see the last bull was a winner. It had a bit of blood, but it gave us, if we entered from the bull, a very nice uptick of 100%. So let's just be patient here for the next bullish divergence. And it looks like it could be incoming soon. But be aware, we'd need to see lower prices and higher momentum for the bull to print. And that's why I'm going to be patient here. So let's just quickly set our alert. You just click on a dot on the indicator. You come to your, you come to set alerts, add alert, and you come to buy, which is the big green circle, plus the divergence. And take your expiration date out as far as you can. And then here we go, add to dot. Alright, and there are a few more trades I want to look at here. The XRP, the BNB. Oof, the BNB. Let's quickly look at the BNB before we look at the new entries. What's happening with BNB, y'all? Oh, also just a little bit up on our entry. We kind of slept on the beautiful place to enter there. We kind of slept on it. We identified the golden pocket. We identified the liquidity. We didn't add to our trade because you have to enter with so much. But I'm just going to wait to actually be in blood here before I actually add to this trade. And then the XRP one is an interesting one because we're in profits, but our position is a little bit too low. If we add to our position in this much profit, of course, our entry will come up. So it hurts to have so little in this trade, but it also hurts to bring our entry up. So the only time I will really add to this trade is in the event of some crazy capitulation, Black Swan event, that brings XRP down to 1.2 back to our entry. And you know what? We might never see that again on XRP. Alright, so before we look at a few of the cruise altcoins, I think I saw KAITO. Okay, let's look at Avalanche. So I'm just going to take note of the last few ones we're going to look at. Avalanche. KAITO. Interesting. We'll need some fundamentals there. If you have any like actual fundamental knowledge on KAITO, let me know. Alright, Sui. Sui hurts because it just pumps and pumps and pumps and it's not giving us an entry where I want to enter. Alright, I'm scared to do too much money because I don't know how to withdraw. What? I will show you how to withdraw. It's so easy. It's so easy. Ethereum gas fees are like a bad ex. Just when you think they've calmed down, they come back to haunt your wallet. So Ethereum gas fees now I think are at an all-time low, which is interesting. But yeah, you just don't need to use Ethereum to move money, right? Vitalik is working on those gas fees, but you don't need to use Ethereum to move money. If you want to move money, if you want to take profits on Ethereum and move money, just sell it for Solana. Solana is so cheap and so fast. Avalanche, XRP, ADA, those are great coins to move money around with. Shorting KAITO, okay, interesting. Oh, you dropped a funny comment. Let me check. If I hold long enough, my crypto portfolio turn into a retirement plan. Let's go. Did you drop it on the video? So remember, your funny comments need to be on this video that I'm dropping in the chat now. I will pick the funniest comment from the comments on this video this evening. I'll give you a little bit of time, but the funniest comments on this video below will receive a giveaway. And then just to recap, there will be a giveaway with a password in my academy in the next few hours. You need to scrub through the whole stream and preferably watch the whole stream, get the information, and as you see the letters in the password come, write them down. Let me know in the chat, has anybody so far gotten the whole password? Do not drop the password. Do not drop the whole password, but let me know if anybody has been here from the start and noted each letter. Do not drop the password, please, or you will ruin this for everyone. All right, so what I really want to look at quickly before I look at the cruise alts are, you can see here that I received a couple of interesting alerts, right? Here I got the alert, enter WLD on copy trading. Yes, they are capital letters and they are numbers. Capital letters and numbers. All right, Aika's here. She's got the code. Let's go. Aika and Murray are in the running for the giveaway. Let's go. All right, nice. Watching it from the beginning. That's what I like to hear. All right, it looks like Aika and Murray are neck and neck. And this is a test. All right, this is a test for this style of giveaway. And this comes from our OG Blaze, who says I should do this. All right, so what we see here is, for some reason, this bullish divergence has disappeared. Why has this bullish divergence disappeared? I literally got the alert, and we can see here that there's a bull. Why has the bullish divergence disappeared? This is looking like a lovely trade. So we're going to be patient here and wait for this to reappear. So I'm just going to come to the WLD alert. And I'm going to activate it again for when that bullish divergence reappears. All right, so I'm very excited to see who wins this. Choking for tax? All right, everything written down, beautiful. Lovely. All right, so it looks like iShut, Murray, and Iker are competing for the giveaway. And if you claim the giveaway, I'll see your email address. But if you claim it, pop me a DM and let me know so I can congratulate you on the Trading Academy. And then I will be asking for the UID of the funniest comment. Once I pick the funniest comment, I will ask for that UID. So keep your eye on my Trading Academy. Okay, it looks like we're really gonna get a bull here. So let's just be patient on the WLD, because it's a relatively smaller cap than we're used to. Rune we're going to leave for now, but we did get the alert to add to our Solana trade. Are we going to put our money where our mouth is and add something to Solana? We did get a very nice entry. Of course, oh, there's the bullish divergence. Let's go. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is here. And we're going to add to our Solana position. Let's check what our Solana position is looking like. And you know what? Of course, everyone sees losses. Of course, everyone makes bad trades. But what I pride myself in is being one of the few influencers, one of the few YouTubers that actually puts his money where his mouth is, actually opens his trades with real money. Right? Takes the losses with the crew, takes the gains with the crew. That is something I seriously pride myself on. All right, so we've already got a beautiful 30% take profit on our DGen accounts. And now we have received, it looks like we've received the bullish divergence on Market Cipher. Wow. How is that a bull? How is that a divergence? Oh, beautiful. Look at this. Market Cipher B for the win, right? Price is lower. Momentum is higher. This is bullish for Solana. Okay, so I'm just going to be very, very simple here. We did enter the swing trade here. Well done to everybody who's in my academy who also took the swing trade. We already took some major profits on the initial pump, and now it looks like we're coming back to our entry. Of course we can get more blood here, right? But this is a very well managed position. And we can see here it is one of our largest positions, but I think this could be beautiful. Look how nicely we've managed to bring our position entry down. And I know a lot of you are struggling, right, for margin on the copy trading. So try to add more margin, even if it's $10 right now. Try to add more margin to your copy trading before I even open this trade. Have we reached the likes? 2 more likes. 2 more likes. Come on, y'all. We can do it. We can do it. And I don't want people to get automatically unfollowed, right? That is the major fear here, that if you miss 20 trades in a row, you will get automatically unfollowed. And of course, that will realize some losses, and we don't want that. So try to add margin to your copy trading if you can. Let's just check the 15-minute here. Now, it looks like it's not our best time on the stochastic to add. Okay, at least on the 2 hour, the stochastic is at the bottom. And basically the bull is on a much larger time frame, and the bull is actually here. Crazy, crazy stuff. So you can even see the bull on the RSI. So for those OGs, you can see how basically from this level here, the best place to see it, I'm sure, will be on the daily. Let's see if it's giving us the same bullish divergence. So here, it's not quite giving us the bull. It's like slightly lower. And we have already got a kind of a large position. Okay, let me know in the chat. Do you think I should add to my Solana trade here since we got the bullish divergence? Do you think I should add to my Solana trade here? Market Cipher is giving us the bull. The only problem is this, right? We can see VWAP crossed. Very nice. But the problem, according to the strategy that I just taught you a bit earlier, is that money flow is pointing down. We actually want money flow pointing up. So I'm going to be more patient here. I'm going to keep my eye on this. When money flow turns around to the upside, that's when I'll enter this trade. Looks like we want to come a little bit more down and then get some upside money flow. And then it will be a nice entry. Alright, so I'm going to quickly do the cruise altcoins, and then we'll end off. Alright, come on, we need 30 before the end of the session to have our giveaway. We only need 2 more likes. Invite your family and your friends to top off our like goal. We've all done so well to stick here all the way through and to take down the code. So let's just get those final 2 likes, right? Let's go. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is quickly do a couple of the cruise altcoins. So the crew asked for Avalanche. Of course, do your fundamental analysis. Go to CoinMarketCap if you don't know what Avalanche is. Let's just start fresh here. Alright, so the first major thing that's sticking out to me here is the Fibonacci, but we just have to be very careful with this Fibonacci now, because we can see that the golden pocket now is kind of being invalidated. We've already had our golden pocket pump back up to the 0.236, and then we just didn't get the continuation to the nice extension levels, right? We actually got a reversal, and it looks like now our golden pocket's just becoming invalidated. So a lot of people are saying it's really coiling up for a nice pump. Just be aware that this level now could be invalidated. We could get the Elliott wave all the way down to $8. So everything you do on Avalanche now has to be informed by that. we can see, in my opinion, a bullish divergence that is about to print here at this little micro level, because we see lower price, we see higher highs there, we see the VWAP cross, we also see money flow pointing up. It has not yet printed. So let's set our alert for this bullish divergence. Alright, where you come to Fu Manchu, you come to buy plus the big green circle plus the div. If you don't know how to add Fu Manchu to your charts, watch my previous live streams. Alright, now we say add to Avalanche because I already have the Avalanche trade open and I want to add to it at the bullish divergence. For you, if you're not in the trade, you might say open the Avalanche trade. And of course, take your expiry out if you're on the same essential plan as me. And if you need a discount for your TradingView plans, then of course, go to the links in the description. Alright, this is looking like a bull if I ever did see a bull, right? This is looking like a bull. Money flow turning around, VWAP crossed. Let's go. Give us a follow through, print us the bull, and we're going to ride that trade. Alright, is everybody still alive? I see the crew is here. Thank you so much for being here. If you are here for the first time, please do subscribe. Set your notifications. I will be doing some live streams throughout the week, and you do not want to miss out on those. They're going to be some short, to the point, quick fire TA during the week, and I'm also going to be dropping 2 or 3 tutorials, trading strategy tutorials this week. I'm aiming at dropping 3 tutorials per week. So please do get involved. Alright, before we end off, I wanted to do KAITO. Of course, you know I'm often nervous of, the low market caps. So just be aware, but for you, for the crew, let's have a look at KAITO. I've got a feeling it's a low cap. It's a small cap, so it's only 386 million. So please be very careful. Like, personally, I would not trade this. I would wait till it's at least 1 billion. The cool thing is, the nice thing is that there's a max supply. I love that. The circulating supply is still very small, so it could mean that this is going to become a mid cap above 1 billion, and that it could move towards parabolic movement after the 1 billion is actually used up. It's currently now 24%. So this is cool. So let's just quickly learn about it. And if anything, if you're going to trade this, just trade a small amount, right? The risk to reward ratio right now is not great. It's almost like a 1-to-1, right? Because to the all-time highs and to the bottom, you've got about a 1-to-1. You don't want to risk the same as you're going to gain. You always want to risk less than you're set to gain. So I would wait for dumpage here. But what's good here, obviously, is we're seeing really nice accumulation. We're seeing really nice sideways movement, which could lead. It could be whale accumulation, and it could lead to a pump. There's just hardly any info here, right? There's nothing telling us it's unique, and there's hardly any about. Native token in AI into FI. Driving markets, network currency. Alright, there's governance. I do like that. But honestly, you want to see so much more here, right? If you come to Avalanche, if you come to Cardano, if you come to Sui, if you come to Solana, if you come to XRP, you will see multitudes of information here. This looks a little bit too simple, and it looks like they're still building. And yeah, if you're going to do something, do something. Dollar cost average, do $10, but manage your risk. Don't go massive into something that is so low cap and that doesn't seem that unique, right? Diversify your risk. All right, so let's look at Sui because the crew is asking, and I'm here for you. Okay, so Sui here, I'm just very nervous about because it's so pumped, but I really do want to get in on it. And it looks like we kind of missed our opportunity here. Look at the bullish divergence that printed. We could be in the long trade from there, and we missed it. We could already be moving up in our long trade from the bullish divergence. What a nice divergence. We could be 14% up. We might have to wait a very long time for the next divergence. We can see the last divergence before this was 188 days ago. Did we miss our opportunity? Oh man, I can't believe we were sleeping on this. Last divergence is currently 500% up. And then we got all of these bears before we got our next bull. And this is just looking so juicy. Money flow looks like it's turning around. And from this divergence, you can see, let me just show you a little bit in this strategy. So basically at the divergence, you can see that money flow was on this upwards trajectory pointing up. Even though it did come down afterwards, it was telling you a nice entry because VWAP was crossing and money flow was pointing up. Nice strategy. And I'll be doing a little bit more on that strategy soon. Man, we're going to have to be patient here. So the only thing we can do here is wait in case we get another chance to enter this trade at the level where the bullish divergence popped off. Because we were sleeping. Alright. Come on, we need 2 more likes. If you are watching, smash the like button so that we can do our giveaway. Come on, has everybody smashed the like button? Alright, thank you for being here, Shaibu. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, I am confident we're going to smash that goal, right? Alright, how many letters plus numbers? Okay, so the total code has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? The total code has 8. So I've said 7 digits and I have 1 more digit to say. And I'll say it again. I will also be doing a giveaway for the funniest comment in this video that I'm dropping here. So this Fibonacci tutorial, watch it so you can up your game. But the funniest comment, I will be doing a giveaway in my trading academy. Stoic Principle, I love your name. Welcome to my community. I hope you have subscribed to the channel and thank you for being here. Lovely to have you, and please smash that like button because we are trying to hit our goal. Alright, 1 more like, y'all. I see Stoic has smashed for us. And Stoic Principle, I love your name. For those of you who don't know what Stoicism is, it comes from Shakespeare. It is a Shakespearean concept, and it is basically being able to be a Buddhist monk. And this is what we need to practice on the charts, is Stoicism. Right? To not fall prey to our tempers. Right? Not fall prey to our emotions, but rather learn to identify our emotions and use those with our brain. Yeah, Corazon is missing. There's a lot of crew missing today, I'll tell you that, but I hope they will recap. Oh, we've just smashed our 30 likes. Let's go. Congratulations, everybody. And thank you for being here. Alright, so I will be doing the tutorials from this stream. I will be dropping them in the crew. Stoic, let us know if you have subscribed. And yeah, keep your eyes on my channel this week for live streams, for tutorials coming at you. And please, everybody drop your comment here. There will be another giveaway for the funniest comment. And what I'm going to do is right now, I'm going to drop the final letter. Right? Do not drop the whole code in the comments. Do not drop the whole code in the live chat. Do not share the whole code, because you want to be the one. And then what you have to do is set your alerts on my Trading Academy, because this is going to be fastest fingers first. I'm not going to tell you what time I'm going to drop this. But a little bit later today in my Trading Academy, I'm going to drop an image with a QR code. I already have the image. It already uses this password. And it's going to be fastest fingers first. For those of you, the first few who actually get to it will get a very nice giveaway. And of course, you can trade with that. Number 1, you have to be under my account. Number 2, you have to have the password. So we're upping our game here. If you're not under my account, it's very simple. You just come to this link here. You sign up an account under me on Bybit. You will then get token allocations from Bybit when I get them. You will get VIP benefits, etc., etc. And if you already have a Bybit account, all you do is you transfer your KYC from that old account to the new account. You just use a new email address. Alright, so who's been here from the beginning? And who thinks they have the whole code? Do not drop the whole code, but tell me who thinks they're getting this giveaway. And I'm going to now drop the final letter, right? So just write down the whole code, go through the whole stream, give the code. This time I'm going to give you time after the stream to scrub through and get the whole code. Next time I'm not going to give you any time. So you have to be live with me. Because it's a test this time, I'm just going to give, I'll give an hour, right? Because Ica has been disciplined. Mire has been disciplined. They've been here the entire time, so they actually deserve it. So I'm not going to give too long. I'm not going to give too long, right? All right, thank you so much, everybody, for being here. It has been absolutely awesome, and I'm sorry about the technical difficulties at the beginning. I will try to edit that out when I'm adding the chapters. All right, Jess thinks you might have all the letters. Let's go. Jess is still here. Amazing stuff. Wow, that's awesome, Jess. Okay, so the final letter in the code is an F. A capital F. I have dropped 8 letters of my code. One more time, I will tell you, you need the code and you need to be under my link. I will drop that in my trading academy. Right? You have to be under this link. You have to come to the Trading Academy. So the best thing you can do is go to my Trading Academy now and set your alerts, your notifications, so that you know when I drop that and you can be one of the first so that you can claim it. And then there is another giveaway that I want you to all take part in, which is the funniest comment on this video. Don't give any time, they deserve it. Interesting, interesting. Interesting. Okay, so I will give maybe just like 20 minutes, right? Because I need a bit of a break. And then y'all better have your notifications set. All right, so thank you everybody for being here. It's been absolutely awesome. A massive shout out to the crew. So much love and respect to you all. A huge, huge shout out from myself. And yeah, well done. We smashed that like goal. Very, very impressive. Awesome to have everyone here. And I can't wait to see who claims that giveaway. And yeah, let me know if you're enjoying the tutorials. I will be continuously dropping educational tutorials throughout the weeks. My editor is working non-stop through the weekends, through the nights to get you these tutorials. And I think that they're going very well. I'm very impressed with the views. I'm very impressed with the reactions, the reposts, the comments. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Keep it up. Keep learning. We're going to the moon together. Oh, Crypto Wolf, I know you've been around the whole time too. So if you missed anything, quickly scrub through, rewatch on fast forward, do what you need to do to get the whole code. And I'm so excited to see who claims this. And one more time, I think I've dropped all the information that you need. One more time, a massive, massive thank you to the crew. Please remember my advice. Always play from a position of power and strength. Use your stop loss and do not get wrecked. I think my next live stream will actually be tomorrow. I'll try do a quick one. Otherwise, it'll be Tuesday, and they're just going to be quick live streams. Oh, Fireboy in the building. Let's go. All right, Fireboy, if you're a bit late, try to quickly scrub through the chat and get the whole password for the giveaway, which will be in my Trading Academy in the next 20 to 30 minutes. Oh, the competition is hard. And if this works as a test, I'll be doing bigger giveaways. I'll be doing giveaways to more people in this same way. All right, so thank you everybody for being here. So much respect to the crew. I will see you in my Trading Academy. I will see you in the Bybit South African group, in my Discord, on my Twitter, all over the place, in the live streams. And of course, please do drop your funny comments on this tutorial so I can pick you. And then I'll be announcing it in the Academy. And yeah, send me your UID and we're going to smash it. Thanks again, everybody. So much love. Goodbye.